Hello, everybody. My name is Thomas J. Baker, and welcome to the Table Candles Minecraft server because we are all cooped up inside, and that is completely fine. All cooped up, completely fine, and we had to find a way to play the game. And because we can't currently do our normal, uh, RPG, we're doing SCP RPG Acquisition Season 1, Episode 1, Yoink. And today we have two guests. We have Sarah and Chris. He doesn't want me to say that, which is completely fine, completely fine. And they're over there, currently over there, outside the guild hall, which we now have this wonderful Minecraft server, and we're going to go over it in a little bit. They're currently out getting a pie break, so let me just quick break it down. Both of them have made two characters. Here are their character sheets. We have Sarah's character sheet. She has Brenna, and we have Chris's, which is Maxwell. Now, both of them are agents of the Foundation, and they're going to have a very fun time. Trust me, they're going to have a great time. Totally great time. Let me just make sure we are live. We are indeed live. That's good. I'm currently being heard. That's great. So there might be a little echo from them, so I apologize for that. So we're actually going to be going into the Skelly Den private mats, which I'll go into in a moment. So this is actually my personal mat game area, which is the table candles. And we also have a public one over here, which I'm just going to show you in a moment. We have the public, where you can get a character sheet, and we have a public game room where you can go into and play. And I'm going to show that over. We also have the Creeper Lounge, a very safe space. You can come in here with your friends and everything. But that's not what we're going on today. Today we're going to be playing SCP RPG Acquisition. So, we're just waiting on Mr. Burge and Lily to get back, or Sarah and Chris in this case. I think she's back.
Yep,
Hello.
I'm back. Hello.
Welcome back. We have started live streaming, and go ahead and say hi.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, my name is my favorite YouTuber. Can't say his name. I love Markiplier. Don't get me wrong. Anyway, now we're just waiting back. I've already gone through. Do you want to describe your character to the audience? Hello? Did we lose her?
Hang on.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, am I back?
Yep, you're back.
Okay, I guess my headphone decided that it was going to dirt for a minute. But that would be thematically ironic, I guess. My character is Brenna Byrne. She is a scientist with the SCP Foundation, and
I've returned.
Oh,
2 minutes late. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. We've started live streaming, and we're just introducing characters.
Good evening.
Suddenly, the voice changes.
That's not Max's voice.
So, Sarah's...
Max sounds like Batman before he started chain smoking Newports.
Oh Lord! So I've already gone over everything with the audience. Now we're just introducing characters. So, Sarah's introducing her character first, and then you're going to introduce your character, Chris, and then we're going to go on to the bow mat and take a look around and get started.
All right. So, stop making me laugh. Can't talk. Okay. Character introduction. I am Brenna Byrne. I am a scientist with the SCP Foundation. She's had experiences with SCPs both before and during her employment, and has a great affinity for technology, and an uncanny memory.
Mm-hmm.
Generally, she's a
Sarah,
we wait.
you might cut out.
Your mic is cut out, Sarah. Sarah.
Oh no, they got her.
Oh, Jane is trying to get Octavia while we're live streaming.
Sorry, I thought it wasn't that loud.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can
Now
hear
we
you again.
can.
Now we can hear you. Now we can hear you.
And now I can't hear anything.
You can't hear me?
I can hear you, yeah. I
Okay.
can't hear her. Now I can hear you. I heard that.
Sarah?
Okay, apparently I'm just gonna have to leave the headphones. I put them on my head is when the mic.
It's kind of cutting in and out
Yeah,
at
it's
random
kinda-
a little.
Yeah, it's kind of in and
We
out
heard
there.
most of that.
Yeah, we heard most of your character introduction. Well, she's trying to figure out her audio issues. Chris, introduce your character.
I am playing as Maxwell McManus. He's a former police officer and detective, was a soldier before that.
Mm-hmm.
Encountered several of the more violent SCPs in his work as a detective,
Okay.
and was scouted by the SCP Foundation from the work he put in on that.
Okay.
For both the dossier states that it was a combination of his tactical wit and extreme disregard for safety in a firefight.
All right. So you've been recruited, and you're currently on the task force of the Black Cats to go, along with her, to go investigate rumors of SCPs. Now, we're going to go into the room and get started. And you guys can also describe what your characters look like in a moment. So follow me and let's get started.
Okay, let's check my mic. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Loud and clear.
Okay, hopefully that fixed it. I just turned it off and turned it back on. You know, tried and true.
Okay, get into the purple square.
Purple square.
Oh no, I just realized. Hang on.
Under construction.
Okay,
This purple square.
don't step on the pressure plate. Just get into the purple area.
Oh, okay.
All right, Ray. Don't step on the purple plate. You're saying me before I could give it the tag to you.
Wait, I didn't
There we go.
realize it did step on.
All right, now you can step on the plate.
Oof. Yeah, I must have grazed the corner. I don't really play Minecraft, so. Welcome to the dungeon.
It won't let me through.
Oh wait, hold on. I think I know why. Give me a sec.
Okay.
I have
And-
made the journey. I am in the room of trials.
Hey, there we go. Ah!
And there's
Okay.
Sarah.
We are now in creative. And I now have your character sheets. Yay. You should also have your character sheets. So,
Yep.
welcome to the playmat. This is the game room. You can double jump to fly around.
Oh.
And right now, we're going to use our imagination because I'm not building the entirety of the SCP Foundation just yet. That will take too long.
Aww.
But, so, you guys are currently, before you guys came to this art museum that you guys are going to be going to for this episode, you talked to your boss called Mr. White. Now, Mr. White is an African-American man. He appears to be in his mid-60s. He is, he's rather tall. He's very tall. He's rather tall, very thin. This is Tim's character, by the way, the one that's the crux of everything. So I'm reading off his notes.
That's fair.
He's clean-shaven, bald, and seems to be impeccably neat. Mr. White always wears a tailored black suit with a white shirt, black tie, and one white silk glove always on his right hand. He shows very little emotion, never smiles, never laughs, and he never raises his voice. Mr. White's, and I'm just going to quickly, he is never. Although, we're actually going to first do something. Both of you have knowledge SCPs, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you fly over here, there is a roll D20 button. And go ahead and make your roll.
I rolled a 17. Hey.
Okay, 17. Go ahead and make your roll.
Not
13.
bad.
Okay, and your I know you guys have pretty high modifiers, so, SCP, so +4, because you know what SCPs are, and you have tactics SCPs, and you guys would actually know this, so, I I need to bring up the giving out experience points, because in Hero Builder, doing skill checks gives you experience points. And both of you actually made that, so 15 experience points to each of you.
Hooray!
You guys have noticed that Mr. White doesn't seem to have an office, and when asked to go get Mr. White, they just give him a call. It's one of the few things that is odd about him. No one knows where his office is. But the briefing chamber, which you currently are technically in, not here in Minecraft, of course. I didn't build the briefing chamber. I should have.
You're good, man.
I was making all the error maps in the notes. So he's basically told you that the museum you're going to, which is declassified. Well, not declassified, classified. There's been some rumors that something weird is going on at night. And people, security guards mostly, have gone missing, and they're pretty sure it's like maybe some kind of like serial killer or whatever, but people have gone missing, and people also say there's singing going on at night sometimes.
Spooky.
So you guys are going to go ask around, figure out from the staff, figure out what's going on, and see if it's an actual SCP or is it worth the Foundation's importance.
Yeah, is it real or is it yokels?
Correct. Now, Mr. White has told you all this. He's done it in a very British accent. I can't do a British accent right now. I'm not thinking properly. Been a very long day. I was up on my roof today before this, so that was fun.
Ooh.
I live in a 1790 house, so roof holes easy. Where was I? Oh yeah. So he's told you all this in a very like crisp manner. He's like, so just go, and if it is an SCP, snag it, bag it, tag it. If it isn't, ignore it. And if it is an SCP that requires one of the bigger task forces, let us know. And if you find out how to contain it, that'd be even better. Even if you are unable to contain it, find out how, and we'll be able to do our job better. Otherwise, you're kind of the scouts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, is everybody ready to go to the museum?
Yeah. I just have a question for her. Is it Miss Burns or Mrs. Burns or Dr. Burns?
I wish I had my doctor. No, it's Miss. Miss is fine.
All right. And you guys are obviously driving there. First you fly there from Europe. We won't say exactly where in Europe this particular one is.
Classified.
Actually, you know what? Is it Europe? We don't know. It's classified. All you know is you got put onto your truck, you got to Maryland, and now you're here. So, load.
Oof.
That's a door.
Oh.
The door like landed on top of.
So, this is the main entrance hall to the gallery. Left and right are two places. They're the white wool blocks. The blue wool blocks. There we go. I got it.
You did it.
Are people. So there's the receptionist, who's currently sitting behind the counter, which reminds me, information that needs to be changed. You see two people over here. They're kind of just sitting and they're chatting. A boy and a girl. They look like lovers. Of course, there is a door leading to the back rooms. There's the counter that has stuff on it.
Mm-hmm.
There's somebody trying to pick out something from the vending machine. And you also see two statues, one of a nude woman, one of a nude man. They look to be in Greek architecture. Quick thing, Sarah, go make. Let's just, for the fun of it, if you want, do you want to make a knowledge art roll? Because you are, you're more educated than him, I would guess, in like schooling.
Yeah, I can go ahead and do that.
Gotta
What
go.
would that be? 20, right?
Yep, D20.
12.
12. So you rolled a 12, and your intelligence modifier is
Is a -1.
-1. So 11.
Really?
Describe how these are
I'm more-
actually. They're not Greek. They're actually Arabian. They're actually Arabian statues. You're pretty sure. you failed the roll.
Are they labeled as? Were they labeled as Greek? Like, did
No,
someone?
no, they're just statues of a nude man and woman, and you're pretty sure these are actually Arabian because your friend,
Oh.
your one friend who took you to an art place, told you that everything in the Greek section was actually Arabian.
Okay, so it's basically more of my experience stuff, like
Yeah.
I went and saw this and things.
And someone gave you false information.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, so at this point, you guys are kind of free to do what you want to do. You can go to a receptionist. Your goal is to find out things. So go ahead. There's people around. There's a receptionist to talk to. Describe what your characters are doing. You guys have just walked through the door. The Foundation has Mr. White has already told you they did not call ahead of time, because why would the Foundation call people ahead of time?
Yeah, no one's supposed to know about the Foundation for the most part.
Yeah. So for
Right.
those who who don't understand, for those who are watching who don't understand what the Foundation is well, for lack of better words, a secret group that finds and contains anomalous effects. These guys are agents, and the SCP Foundation is, well, how do I put it? The guys who go find the things that bump in the night. I think I did a good job. That was a stellar introduction to what SCPs are. So
That's actually pretty accurate.
Yep.
So
Weird stuff's happening. It doesn't make sense. Our job is to capture it and figure out how it works.
correct.
Well, not us. Other people figure out how it works.
Yeah, your guys' job is just to find out what is and how to contain it if it is. Of course, the current rumor that you got is there's people disappearing, weird sounds at night, and all the fun jazz. That's literally my catchphrase. I'm sorry. It's what I do. I say all the fun jazz. So, what are your
Jazz is
characters
fun.
doing? You guys have walked in to this museum. What are you guys doing?
Pardon.
Uh,
Alright, well, I've looked at the statue, so I'm done with that. I'm gonna go ahead and approach the reception
Okay, the receptionist.
and not climb on her counter.
I hate auto jump. So, so you approach the receptionist, and I'm actually just going to take place this receptionist. She goes,
Take that.
thank you. I always wanted the
Totally.
birch sign. So she goes, hello, how can I help you? Welcome to the classified museum. Of course, the idea is we're actually role-playing the encounter, so I will be saying classified on certain things, because this would be in the document. So we're essentially...
this is the flashback of the mission report we're writing in real life. We're both alive, and this is someone else's
Yeah.
report about these two dead agents.
Well, maybe perhaps dead agents, maybe, or maybe
Ye
like
of little faith.
Ye of little faith. She goes, hello, how can I help you?
Hi, yes. My associate, Mr. McManus, and we are in a layover flight. Our flight got delayed, so we were told to come here and just kind of enjoy some of the fine arts and such.
Why, yes.
Tell me, what would be your favorite piece? If you don't mind my asking.
My absolute favorite piece is the impressionist artwork on the 3rd floor.
Third floor. Okay.
Yes.
I'll have to
It's
make sure to
actually-
take a look at that.
We also have a historical wing as well that has a lot of historical art as well.
Oh, interesting.
We also
McMahon?
have, if you were to talk to Miss Hannah, you could probably ask her to see some of the rare books we have in the cage downstairs. Okay, Maxwell is scanning the room for cameras. I'm not going to have you make a roll for that because the cameras in these kinds of places are easy to find. And
Yeah.
I'm actually going to indicate the cameras by putting end rods. So there's a camera here. Boop.
Okay.
There is a camera watching the door.
Mm-hmm. Just
Camera
trying to
watching the
basically see
hall.
possible points of where this thing may have been caught on tape, if it was a thing.
Yep. So those are the cameras currently in the room. There's quite a few cameras.
Yeah, all right.
So you're currently scanning the room for cameras. She's talking. What are you trying to get out of the receptionist? So she's basically said, there's the cage downstairs you could ask to go take a look into. There's all the artwork upstairs. You can make rolls to find out things. So.
Yeah, I was actually going to. I don't know exactly what I would roll for it, but my intent is to just kind of see if there's anything that like makes her uneasy, like in the immediate area, like anything kind of off-putting. What was it? Second sight.
Second sight. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and make a second sight roll, and you can do this too if you want, Chris.
Yeah, I'm more at this point moving on to looking at the layout and stuff. I can hear what they're talking about, and she's chatting up the secretary.
Oof.
I done oofed.
That's fine. I'm
Roll
over
the
here
7.
doing stuff.
Roll the 7. That's fine. That's fine. Nothing in the. Your intent was to find out if anything was unsettling. There doesn't appear to be anything unsettling. We'll have
like if she feels unsettled.
Oh, she feels unsettled. Actually, you know what? Because of that, take 10 experience points, because I know you do get a bonus for that, because I know you have it. So 10 experience points, and when she mentions the historical wing, she doesn't seem like it's her first pick.
Okay. So the historical wing.
Yeah. The historical wing seems to be the thing that makes her go, ha, 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 ha. So, what you going to do? What are you doing, Chris, while she, apparently her mic has gone out?
Oh, well, having... there she goes.
And
there goes her connection.
She
vanished.
She
Miss Burns vanishes from the lobby.
She vanished from the lobby. We don't know where she went.
SCP, no.
SCP, everybody out. Okay, so okay, before we go nuts. So what are you doing while we wait for her to get back?
Mainly listening and basically seeing the routes that people would take through the lobby and such. Keeping an eye out for doors. Trying to get a feel for the layout. While listening to what they're talking about. You know, of course, we hear the stuttering in her voice with that the little creep of fear.
Well, you can roll to hear it.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, let's go roll to hear it while we wait for Sarah to get.
I got a natural 10.
Natural 10. Yeah, you hear the stutter. You were listening in. You were listening in. So you heard the natural stutter in the receptionist's voice, and she's how do I put it? She's like a 20-year-old girl, her hair tied back. The guy over here is a rather obese man. He's looking at the vending machine.
Taking his time too. He's still at that vending machine.
She's also disconnected from the thing.
Yeah, she'll be back. She said, "Oh no," she just hit us up on the Discord.
Yep, I see.
Yeah, once she gets back, I'm going to suggest we head to the history wing.
Okay.
I like history. The last time I was there with this character in a game, I got attacked by a literal mummy working for Osiris, so there was that.
I bet. So
it didn't go well.
So let's go to historical wing. You guys go to the historical wing, and we're just going to wait for her to get back. You know what? We're going to continue without her. She just becomes kind of silent, as watching things in the back. Oh, and she's back.
There she is.
She's back.
Holy vey.
He was about to abandon you. I never lost hope.
I have no
idea what happened.
You faded out of existence real quick. That happens sometimes.
It happens.
Did you take SCP-420J?
Why would you do such a thing? Or are you? She's phasing out
You know
again.
what?
There she is. Oh, she just left the game again.
Ah,
Sarah,
damn it. That one's just the server connection. Hang on.
fix the internet.
Fix your
I
internet. Boy.
You know, it's
What are those?
this is just one of those things, you know, the tech person has the most problems with the tech shit.
So we were about to head to the historical wing. Was there anything else you wanted to talk to the receptionist about? Or
Because we both picked up on that fear in her voice when she mentioned the historical section. So
Okay.
Maxwell's gonna like give you a little nudge and the like point the head. Let's go.
So
There you go.
we are
Find some
going
weird
to
stuff.
head to the historical section, which is this one? Yes. You guys head to the historical
Save
section. Of
slots.
course, there's other... that's actually what I'm using to... I pre-built everything.
Yeah, I know. You're just taking us to room numbers, like walking us through a module. That's what's up.
If we were actually in paper and pen, I would just draw them out as I go.
Yeah.
I actually had to do a little prep work for this. So, you guys find yourself in the historical wing. Of course, there's the Arabian section, according to Sarah's memory. It's actually the Greek section. And there's the Greeks, the Egyptians. There seems to be quite a collection. But then you come to the Japanese kind of artwork, the stuff that came from Japan. Of course, there's decorative katanas in this case right here. There is some woodblock art that's actually in this case right here. There are these 3 paintings of yokai on these 3 walls here, along with an inkwell. This really carved, ornate artist's inkwell behind glass. And
I acquired a door at some point.
Yeah, I'm sorry about acquiring the door. It's fine. They're technically entities, and they get replaced and drop from the save. It's something I got to
That's
figure
fine.
out.
It's all good. I'm just gonna throw doors at you occasionally.
That's fine. I want both of you to make a perception roll at this point, because you're now in the room that, well, has some stuff in it. So
Nat 19.
ooh, so you
I got
noticed it.
25.
12.
Okay, both of you have noticed, and both of you get 30 experience points.
Okay, let me mark that.
And before we leave, give me your books so I can copy them and throw them in my ender chest. Because our stuff will get cleared when we leave. So, both of you have noticed these black carpet squares. Well, the entire carpet's been blue this entire time, but these few black carpet squares here actually have what appears to be very strange looking footprints in ink.
Rubs his chin and sleuths.
Now, Sarah notices that, but we're actually take an extra 5 experience points, Chris, because you're the one who rolled higher.
I threw my book at you because you told me to.
Oh, not yet.
Oh, it's
At the end of the
before
game.
we end.
At the end of the game.
So how many more? 10?
So 5 more experience points, because you also notice the black. If you're tracing them backwards, because Mr. Detective, they seem to be coming from these 3 paintings.
Well, that's just downright ominous.
But there's also appears to be prints that are going over to this woodblock area. You can roll for perception on our stuff as well. And she lost connection
Dang
again.
it, Sarah. I'm gonna roll perception
God.
and look for any traces of the ink on any of these. There was the paintings, which would have, of course, their paint.
All
I
right.
only rolled a 4, but that's +6, I'm pretty sure.
So 6, 4, 5. Okay. You don't seem to notice anything. They're woodblock art. They're really nothing. Without being able to take a better, closer look by holding them, you would not be able to find out.
Smash the glass. I'm kidding. Don't actually.
Smash the glass! Which, by the way, you
Roll
wanted to
thief.
know where cameras were?
Yes, that's relevant.
Camera.
All the time.
Camera. Camera.
Fantastic.
Oh, and camera.
Mm-hmm.
And camera. There we go.
There we go.
A lot of cameras in this room. Make another. This time, make a sleuth roll over here. Make a sleuth roll. Your special skill.
Sleuthing. I got a nat 13 plus 6.
All right, nat 13
So
plus
19.
6.
So 19 total.
19 in total. Take another 35 experience points, because you notice something interesting. This camera, and this camera do not seem to be working just by looking at them.
Yeah, they're not swiveling like these other ones. Sleuthing intensified.
I feel bad for Sarah, although I have, after learning about which characters what kind of character you made and what kind of character she made, I was able to make 2 types of stuff. So right now, this is where you're going to excel. This room. She's going to excel in another room.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I designed Maxwell to have a very specific set of skills that are useful to almost any party, but also with his personality, he doesn't generally hog the spotlight. Like, let the nerd do her nerd stuff. She knows a lot about this stuff, went to school and whatnot, works in the labs.
Mm-hmm.
Just tell me how to kill it. Tell me what I need to do to keep us alive. That is my job here.
So... Hello. She
Discord's
disappeared.
being a butt. She's back in the game.
Ah.
She showed us
okay.
a text at the Discord.
Okay,
Or,
I was looking at
she
the
showed us
Discord when
text
that
in
came
game.
through. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're just kind of waiting for her. Of course, technical issues, and she left the game. She's having
She'll
some
be back.
major problems.
Her internet's being butt. It wasn't
Yeah.
this bad before. We had a bit of issues with her mic cutting out for D&D, but nothing like this, where she's just straight up disconnecting.
Things happen, I guess. Also, we're on Saturday, and there's a middle of a pandemic. Which, by the way, don't mention the pandemic.
Ow.
Welcome back.
Are you okay, Sarah? It sounds like popping back and forth between parallel realities hurts.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't have enough caffeine for this.
Roll a fortitude save.
Do you, Chris, does your character tell Sarah's character what's going on?
Well, yeah, of course. I'm going to be communicating with her basically everything I discover as I discover it.
Okay.
The only time I'll be coy about it or sneaky about it is when other people are about.
So
But if it's just us back here, which it looks like so far, yeah, I'm gonna be like pointing out the footsteps and pointing out that these cameras don't work, which is all very suspicious.
So go ahead, in character, describe what you've discovered to Sarah.
Okay, so Ms. Burns is just taking a look-see. We're over here by the inkwell, and I point out the footprints on the rug that are, prints of ink, like someone walked through a spilled inkwell or some such, and then walked across the carpet. But there's also ones that go over to this woodblock case. I couldn't find anything wrong with those, but if you notice, there's this camera, as well as these other 2, aren't functioning. Likely haven't been for a while. The other ones are fine.
Okay, so...
You turn the corner. You turn the corner, Sarah, and you see 2 people are kind of just admiring the katanas. There are now people in the room.
Okay. Are they like? They're just
They look to just be tourists. In fact, you kind of recognize one of them. They are the 2 lovers that were downstairs taking a seat. They're now up here.
Okay. Well, yeah, we'll just be over here doing our thing then, and I'm just gonna kind of observe them surreptitiously.
Now, the one thing I can describe these 2 lovers to you, just because it's fun to describe things, The two lovers, think of it as what's the words I'm looking for? Think of the girl that really likes horses and a Kyle. Horse girl and
Kyle
Kyle.
and a horse girl.
Horse girl
God.
and a Kyle. And Kyle, who has his mullet neatly combed by grease, is currently looking at the katanas and goes, "Dude, check out the Chinese swords."
Ow.
Of course, he is definitely drinking Monster.
Okay, yeah,
And Chris,
I'm not going anywhere near that.
and
We
Chris,
share a look of disgust.
and Chris also notices, has already noticed a sign that said absolutely no, drinks inside the museum. So Kyle's drinking a Monster.
Being a
Kyle's an
rebel.
idiot. He's
Yeah.
gonna go be an idiot, and I'm not gonna interact with.
You're not dealing with that.
I'm trying to find glass blocks so I can replace the glass I accidentally broke from 10 feet away.
That's fine. Actually, Sarah, at this point, because I can kind of tell you guys are having, kind of trying to figure out what to do, why not do a leap in logic, the both of you? Maybe, a thought strikes your characters at this point.
Okay. Well,
Or use your experience.
Yeah, I was about to say I had experience, not leave of logic, but
Well, you don't need leap in logic to...
I rolled a 19 on leap and logic.
Sweet.
I'll use my experience. Nat
Ooh,
20.
Natural
should've done-
20.
I should have done the leap in logic, but nope. I was in the middle of saying experience, so we'll go with that.
Experience. So, you rolled your experience. Both of you, it dawns on you, maybe there is definitely something going on up here, right? You guys don't quite know what's going on, but you do know that the person who is in charge of the museum is named Hannah, and there is a cage downstairs that seems to have some other, like, books and paper relics as well.
A cage.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Because both of you remember the receptionist saying, "Hey, you can talk to Hannah, and she might let you into the cage downstairs."
okay. Well,
I don't like that they call it a cage.
I have that thought in my head, but I'm just gonna kind of saddle up real quick and make a quick question. So Mr. McManus, how do you feel about BAIT?
Being or using?
Using.
If it gets the job done.
Okay.
Hedges closer. What kind?
You hear a very, very loud noise from Kyle and Horse Girl. You hear Kyle go, "Oh my god! They actually put on these weird fish. Man, they can't really do fish." And the Horse Girl goes, "That's called a koi, you koi silly boy."
At this point, we're throwing up in our mouths slightly. Let's leave.
Yeah.
Both of you head out, and
I tap the girl on the shoulder as like, on the other side there's really pretty paintings. You might want to check that out. And then I kind of just like leave.
Okay. So you head on out, and what do you guys do? Do you just leave the room and are still in the historical section, or where do you go? Back to reception?
I think we might hang out for just a minute or two just to kind of listen.
All right. So you guys head out for a minute too. Let's see here. We're going to roll a d3. So
We're trying to see if anything's gonna pop out and eat the two idiots.
So you see them kind of
know
walk
them.
by. You hear her go, "Hey, that nice lady, she just kind of like said, there's some really cool paintings over there." And he goes, "Oh, cool. I really wish I had some of these weird paintings in my game den." You hear him go around the corner, and you can kind of see them. Do you like stay in sight, like here, like you can see me through the
Oh.
glass?
No, we're being creepy as hell. We're like right around the corner.
Okay,
We're
you're right around the
creeping.
corner.
We're
Yeah.
looking at them around the corner, but we're being stealthy, surreptitious, as Sarah said.
All right,
Yeah.
I'm going to go
Sarah
make a roll for the two of them to see if they notice you.
Actually, I'm gonna be over here with him, just kind of if they get any ideas.
Okay, are both of you trying to be stealthy?
Yes.
I will roll stealth if you like. Yes, I can do
Sneaky,
that.
sneaky.
Okay.
I have that.
You can roll. You can roll for stealth. If you want. I'll describe. Okay.
You got a 22.
22. All right. So you're pretty sure. You're pretty sure that you guys don't get noticed. You do hear one thing though from over here, through the glass, through the rooms. You do hear Kyle yell out, not in fear, not in terror, but in just total, "Oh, dude! I've never seen a leg with a neck that long." Excuse me. He rolled a 1. He's too busy interested in the one painting. She noticed Sarah looking at you guys, but she kind of just turned and is watching her boyfriend. Do you guys continue to wait?
He said lady with a neck that long.
Was that depicted in one of these paintings, or
Yes.
is that something that should alarm us? Okay.
If I roll,
one of the
if I roll it-
yokais had a long-necked lady.
Okay.
Ooh. What were you rolling? Sarah's cut out.
Sarah, your mic cut out again.
Oh no. So while we wait for her to get back,
Yes.
so while we're waiting
Can
for,
you hear me?
oh,
Yep,
now we
there she
can.
is.
There we go. I think it's Discord that's being a butt. So basically all I did was mute it and then unmute it, and it seemed to fix whatever it was doing.
Well, at least we find workarounds.
Yeah, exactly.
So what were you rolling?
Experience to maybe know what kind of yokai that was.
Okay, you rolled a 2. I saw that 2, and you would not have rolled high enough.
Okay.
But I would say
That's
this.
a demon thing. Yep.
Yep, that's definitely a demon thing. You guys continue watching, and let's see how many more minutes pass by. We're actually going to roll a d4 for this. 3 more minutes pass by. You don't hear anything. You don't notice anything.
All right, we're gonna creep away then.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys creep away.
And now we're back to walking like normal people because,
All right.
museum.
Do you go back to the reception area, or do you try to find this cage, or do you go to another wing?
I feel like we should check out the rest of the museum and inquire about the cage last.
You guys
Yeah,
have a
I agree.
very nice walk around the museum, and it takes about 2 hours to walk through the entirety of the museum. You guys got here probably around 12, like noon, so it's like 2 hours. It's about like 3 o'clock at this point in the afternoon.
All right, as we're walking through the museum, Maxwell takes a sip from his flask.
All right.
Kind of chill, kind of covert, a little bit hiding it from his compatriot. Just timing it well
You guys-
so that she won't see.
You can roll to see. Both of you can roll to hide and figure out if you want.
Yeah, at some point we will go back through the the reception area, and I'm gonna hit up that vending machine.
All right. So let's actually head back to the reception area. You guys are now back in the reception area. The lovers are no longer here.
Oh, geez.
That
We
thirsty
are.
guy is not here anymore. The receptionist is still behind the desk. She sees you and she goes, "Hi, how's it going?" She kind of like waves at both of you and she goes, "Did you enjoy the museum?"
Maxwell gives her a thumbs up as he continues about his business. Just like glances over, thumbs up.
Glances over, gives a quick thumbs up. She sees that you are getting a vending machine.
Yeah, I got some
Not
sort of drink.
talkative, but friendly.
All right, I'm actually going to make a roll because that vending machine actually has a roll.
Oh, it's gonna tip and crush you, Sarah. No. Why did you shake the machine?
I was about to say, with
The
my
vending
luck
machine-
thus far tonight.
The vending machine works perfectly. I've added a roll onto it that it has to make a roll to actually vend something. And it rolled a 17,
Damn.
so it vended.
Oh,
Okay.
that's good. You got your
I-
peanut M&Ms. Good job.
No, I have bang.
You shut the fuck up. You got peanut M&Ms. Sorry. I
So
got offended.
both of your addictions have been quenched at this point.
I feel like yours is better than mine.
Oh, wait until later, because this may or may not come into play at some point.
We're gonna see.
Her Schwartz is bigger than yours, I see.
Well, I've seen Sarah Schwartz quite big.
Oh, Lord. Oh, my lands. Okay, so...
Oh.
What do you guys do? She gets something from the vending machine. The receptionist is kind of like looking at you both, kind of like just hanging out. And she then goes back to her paperwork, and she like goes back and she's working on her paperwork that seems to be doing. There is a chair back here.
Okay.
She's not just like standing. I swear.
Do we want to see about that cage? I'm asking Miss Burns.
Yeah, I kind of like nod because I figured you were standing beside me. So,
Yeah.
but so I looked at the receptionist and I'm like, so we've seen all of the exhibits thus far, and I have to say it's quite an interesting collection. However, we were interested in maybe getting down to the cage to see some of the historical literature that you guys have.
Oh, let me go get Miss Hannah. Hannah is the one that handles the cage and everything. So let me go ask her.
Stop pushing me.
What do you guys do while she's gone? Do you guys talk? Like roleplay. This is kind of a time to roleplay while we see.
Well, I
while she's
honestly
talking.
feel like, personally, Max would legitimately just like stand there and wait for her because we already discussed some stuff. We're basically on the same page as far as I know, right? Sarah?
Yeah. I believe so. I although I have like the jitters, like because the caffeine is finally hit, and I'm starting to get a little bouncy. So
Max smells a little bit like booze. You catch like tiny whiffs of it now and again when he speaks.
You're pretty sure. The one thing you guys did notice is that when the receptionist went into the back room, she was waving her hand in front of her mouth a little bit, like, whew.
doesn't stop him.
Don't worry, I'll have a cigarette in a little bit and it'll cover it up. It's fine.
So
He doesn't do that vape crap.
you kill yourself properly with good old tobacco.
Well, the bullets didn't do it, so
Good point.
About 400 miles away from me physically currently, I can feel Greg just grinding his teeth. For context, Greg is a friend of ours who...
he's also in the D&D game.
Yeah.
I understand. So, you guys wait a little bit, and finally, you see the receptionist come back out, and next to her is a rather, how do I put it? Kind of a Karen, beehive kind of haircut.
God. We've found the SCP. Contain.
Contain quickly.
SCP 4026, Karen.
So she comes out, the Karen, but she doesn't seem to be acting like. I will say this: she doesn't seem to be acting like a Karen. She smiles and she goes, "This, by the way, this is the receptionist. The blue wool is the receptionist. I'm now the Karen. All right."
Okay.
So the Karen looks at you and she goes, "Hi, my name is Hannah. Karen is Hannah. So, hi, my name is Hannah. You wanted to see the cage?"
My brain hurts. Yes. We've seen all of the exhibits thus far, and it was something that was mentioned as possibly more content that we could peruse. We're still waiting for our connecting flight to get through.
No, I understand. shit. What was the reception's actual name? Hang on, I can remember this. I had the notes and then I accidentally cleared it from my inventory.
I can feel Bjørr relating to this right now.
We're just going to call her Alice. This is Alice. Alice here told me everything that you wanted to know. Oh my god, you killed Alice.
That was accidental. My fingers twitch sometimes. I'm just gonna take my hand off the mouse and use my touchpad. Wait,
So
that has tapped.
she says, well, before you guys can go down to the cage, you have to fill out these forms, and she pulls out what appears to be a very large stack of bureaucratic-looking forms. And she goes, you can just go over there, sit down, fill out the forms, and once you are done filling out the forms, and
Excuse me, Hannah. Why is this necessary?
She goes, oh, we have some really old texts that are downstairs as well. And we just gotta make sure that if you destroy them, we can sue you.
Okay.
Well, that seems fair. I take mine and I go over here.
She laughs and she goes, she just says, Alice, when they are done, just kind of like pick them up and then take them down to the cage. Here's the key. And she goes back to the back room. And you see her suddenly come back out and she goes, by the way, Alice, it happened again. Just make sure that if anybody comes by, you just say you didn't see anything. You didn't see him.
Sleuth.
So just kind of like keep that in mind. You see Alice visibly nod like in fear, and then you see Hannah just nod and she just walks back into the back room. The receptionist now doesn't look very happy, but you see her going over to the computer that's over here and starts doing something.
Okay, Mr. McManus?
I was about to nudge you and say, I'm gonna go have that cigarette now.
Okay.
If you care to get some fresh air.
Yeah,
and I'm going to,
absolutely.
walk this away.
All right.
Just a bit. And see if I can catch a glance of what's on the screen on my way out.
Okay. So come over here and make your roll. You're sleuthing. So you're going to add your sleuth skill.
Being Nebby. Oh, fuck.
She sees you coming, and in quick, while Karen might be a Karen, Alice appears to be a millennial, and you see her do a classic screen switch, pressing a button.
Alt tab real quick.
She alt tabs really quick, and there's pictures of cats on the cat picture, and she just looks at you and scowls.
Well, he wasn't. I was trying to be pretty chill about it. Like, if she notices me approaching, does the thing, shoots a scowl, he just, like, looks at her strangely, like, cocks his head to the side, kind of confused, shrugs, pulls a cigarette, and walks out with his sheaf of papers.
All right, you walk out and do the papers. You, Sarah, your character notices that she just continues working, and then finally she walks back and she sits back on her chair and is just kind of doing her own paperwork. And it takes you about... It takes you about 2 hours to fill out all the paperwork.
Wow.
Actually, you know what? That's kind of too much. I'm going to roll a...
I was going to say, about 20 minutes into this, Maxwell suggests we just break into the basement.
4. It takes about 8 minutes to fill out the paperwork.
Oh, okay. That's not bad.
I was going to say, like, 2 hours. That's way too much. Never mind. Hold on. Let me rephrase that.
I was like, holy crap.
We're just going to go break into the basement of a museum. It's fine.
I'm, like, sitting there, like, looking at it. Like, I feel like I should be contacting my lawyer. Do they supply us with lawyers?
Contact your lawyer. Mine is, I don't have a lawyer. I'm just going to snoop around the basement.
So, you guys...
I can pick a lock.
After 8 minutes, you guys finish up doing what you're doing. You give her the papers, and she says, very well, thank you very much. And she says, thank you.
Okay.
She checks the paperwork. She nods, and she goes, follow me downstairs.
Before we go downstairs, can I make a bathroom break real quick?
Yourself?
No,
Yes.
not me. Like my character, Brenna.
Oh, Brenna's taking a quick bathroom break. Okay.
Yeah. And
She goes
I'm
just down the hall on the right. So actually, if this was the actual building, the bathrooms would actually be like right here, but it's off the map. So
Okay. Is there any way to get around to the historical? Back to the historical exhibit from this direction.
yes, there is.
Okay. So when I go to the bathroom,
Do you want to
I'm
load
good.
up the historical section or not?
Yes. Yeah.
You quickly make your way back to the historical section, and
Anything different?
no, doesn't appear to be anything different. You can make a perception roll.
Do. 10.
10 plus your wisdom bonus. So
11.
you don't notice anything different. It seems just to be the same historical wing.
What are you looking for?
Well, I was hoping that maybe something took the bait, and that was the something that happened. But if I don't notice anything, I don't notice anything.
All right.
That's
Well-
true. We haven't seen the lovers around.
Yeah, you've been working on paperwork and walked through the entire thing, and you never saw the lovers again.
I'm gonna snoop. Engage snoop mode.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you follow her to the bathroom?
No, I did not follow her to the bathroom. I finished my cigarette, dropped off the paperwork. She's going to the bathroom. The bathroom wasn't right there, was it?
No.
Yeah. So
It
we
was
turned
in-
the corner, heading
so-
further into the museum. She went to the bathroom. I'm snooping.
So you snooped. You're snooping around the lobby, actively snooping. Go ahead and roll snoop or sleuth. We'll call it sleuth.
I almost feel like we should rename it Snoop.
Snoop.
I agree to this.
Oh, that. Oh. Ooh.
I rolled a 14 on my Snoop check.
You know what? 15 experience points. You do notice something new.
I have so many jokes and references that I want to make, and I can't because I have to remember the audience.
Yeah, I know. We have to tone it down to PG-13.
Yeah, PG-13, please. PG-13.
I've been
So watch
looking
your
at my
fucking mouth, all right?
Fine.
So. I mean,
We
if
get one of
a 13-year-old child does not understand what fuck means, I'm so
Whoa.
sorry for that.
Whoa! That's a bad word! Whoa!
Bad
Okay.
word! Bad word! And
Can't
I don't
say
give a
fuck.
shit.
That's fucking messed up.
Okay. We're gonna go down the road here. We're not doing that. So
Demonetized. Right?
demonetize. Well, we don't monetize our channel, so
Well, then you're fine.
yeah, we just want people to
Retain
support
your
us on Patreon, and we honestly don't care about monetization. We just want a community. So
Yeah.
you guys, so the one thing you have learned from difference, from like sleuthing out, is
Snooping.
sleuthing. Snoop Dogg.
Sleuthing is just snooping, but like you know what you're doing.
Yeah. The one thing you have noticed is that she did leave something up on the computer this time. She came back over here and she's working on this. You notice that the
Snoop.
computer seems to, which by the way I should like say this is the computer. I'm just
Yeah. I assumed it was at the end of the counter here. You're good.
Okay, so the
You did a
computer's
really good job with the maps. You're fine.
Thank you. The computer still has up the security cameras.
Okay.
So whatever she was doing was with the security cameras.
Interesting. Does it show the historical one?
Yes, actually, it does show the historical ward, or should
Are
I
the
say?
cameras now on that were previously off?
No, it just seems to be showing the historical ward.
Okay.
You didn't roll high enough to figure out exactly everything. You just can recognize that that's the historical ward.
Okay.
So you finish up the paperwork. She says, "Follow me downstairs to the cage," and you guys are heading to the cage.
Yeah, once you come back from the bathroom in air quotes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do you
This
do
looks
you
like a
guys
boss.
exchange words with each other?
No words, but I kind of look at him and I shake my head now. And then I shrug.
I give a nod of agreement.
You guys come down to the cage. So you guys come down these stairs, and the receptionist opens up the door, She nods at both of you, and you see Hannah sitting here, smiling at both of you, and she's currently reading the book. She goes, "Excellent. Just make sure that you guys only go down," and she points to this one, this row, this row. Do not go in the back row over here. If you do, just tell me so I can come and watch you.
Why? What's up?
She
Okay,
goes,
well,
"Oh, I just want to make sure you don't destroy any of the books. It's just a precaution. It's just a precaution."
my eyes light up, and I just really animatedly kind of like come over here and just start kind of looking through books and making like a big scene of how excited I am.
So you discover comics through the ages, some old stuff.
Oh.
You start going down that hall, and you see Hannah just kind of like get up, and she's just kind of like walking, and she's just keeping her eye on all of you. And it doesn't seem like she's being like mean about it. It's just kind of like you're looking through very valuable stuff. So,
Look, these are things made of paper worth hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars. Like, come on.
well, thousands of dollars.
It's fragile.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so right. So I'm gonna look at her. Where'd she go?
I'm right here.
I have lost. Oh, there you are. Okay, I couldn't see you for a second.
I'm just going.
Okay, I come up to Hannah and I'm like, where do I even start? Some of my interests. I love Greek mythology and
Mhm.
Alexander the Great. I mean, he's
The
one of my
Greek-
heroes. Like, yeah,
Okay.
I was
Okay.
waiting for you to pick up on
Yeah,
that.
I know
Okay.
what you were doing.
You're doing a quick scan.
Yeah,
Go
while
go
she's
ahead.
distracted,
Let's go.
as soon
You're
as she
distracting
engages
her.
Hannah
So
in
both of you make a
conversation.
roll. Both of you make a roll.
You're
Sarah, make a
distracting
distraction
us.
roll. What are you trying to? You're trying to distract her with your charisma.
Yeah, I
You're gonna offend the hell out of Hannah. I'm gonna have like 5 seconds to catch a look, and then she's gonna throw us out because you're gonna insult her.
You go to distract Hannah. She sees right through your bullshit. Not only does she see through your bullshit, she sees him. She sees
I
him
haven't
trying to be
started
sneaky.
making the move yet. She's not distracted.
Okay,
She's
oh,
not-
hold on. You're right. I should not punish you for her one roll.
I'm just going to facepalm because
You
Come
go to
on.
distract her. She is not distracted at all. She knows you're trying to distract her. But what about you? Make your roll. Chris, go ahead and make your roll.
what am I rolling?
You're rolling to scan and see if there's anything of importance down the aisles without.
Well, I was only going to do that if she was actively engaged with her.
So
That
let's
was
go
the
back.
part- I saw what she was doing, and the second Sarah went over there all excited, I knew what was up. That's
Her-
why I was standing here, and as soon as she went over, I went into that row.
She kind of frowns and she goes, "Madam, there is lots of books down. Just look through them. There's no need to try to, distract me."
God damn it! You guys are like going in and out. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
We can hear you. She totally called you out for attempting a distraction, though. She's like, look, there's plenty of books. You can look at all of them. It's not a big deal. Fine.
But
Sure.
I was genuinely excited and genuinely trying to figure out where to start looking at the books. It just happened to coincide with what I was trying to do for him. But
Okay.
I'm just gonna like excitedly bounce on the balls of my feet and then take off down the hall.
Okay. She kind of follows and watches you both as you're going through that, and you guys start looking through the books, and you pick up books, and you find certain things, and at this point, I'm going to
As
make
I
a
make
roll.
it around the library, Maxwell is actually more interested in analyzing Hannah than the books because he doesn't really care about a bunch of ancient books.
All right.
They're not relevant to what he's doing in his day-to-day now.
All right.
If the Necronomicon becomes relevant, sure, he'll check out a copy, but like until then,
All right. So you guys, let me see.
That's what we call foreshadowing for his character.
yeah, if I find that Necronomicon, I'm gonna be legitimately upset because the odds of McManus surviving are very low.
So
Roll Snoop, shatters mind.
you guys continue searching. You notice that Hannah, whenever you guys are deciding to go down this row, she becomes a little nervous.
Visibly nervous.
Like visibly nervous. Like there's something down here she doesn't kind of want you to see.
Oh wait, so
she still
we get
watches
closer
you.
to this-
You see her
Wait,
smile.
we are allowed.
She goes, "Oh, this is our historical section where we have a lot of books that we've recovered from actually artist notes as well. So there's some artist notes down this hall as well. There's
Anything from Arabia?
yes, actually there is." And she kind of comes over here and she pulls. We do have this Necronomicon right here. It's a total
Oh
fake.
my god!
It is a total fake.
No!
It is a total fake. Just one glance at it, you can tell it's a total fake.
I would like to take one single glance at it.
Oh yeah, it's literally just it might look like a
This is-
Necronomicon, but somebody has definitely pulled the wool over these people's eye. It's literally a book about goat recipes.
That is bound in goat skin.
And it's
That doesn't look like bound in human flesh, tortured for 1,000 years.
she goes, "Oh no, I'm pretty sure it is." And she's starting to debate the thing. You're trying to distract her. Let's see if you distract.
Yeah, I absolutely totally am.
So
Yes.
let's go distract.
Don't be see-through. I rolled an at 12.
And you know what? You
that.
successfully do it. You get you're distracting 10 experience points, and go ahead and make your roll to see if you can find anything useful, Sarah.
Okay.
Oh no, not 120, 110.
And I'm gonna be specifically looking for anything artist note related,
Yes.
specifically towards the ink pot and art up there.
Okay.
I found a Necronomicon in the game.
16.
You find the artist's journal. It was right here.
Okay. I'm going to.
I'm looking for
I-
Chinese or for Japanese works, by the way.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
gonna. I'm going to kind of try and gently take the book.
So you gently take the book, and it is a
Oh wait, she's doing this well. I'm
it's a
distracted.
very old book, and you're busy distracting her, and you're doing a
Yeah.
good job distracting. Which, by the way, Sarah, you rolled a 16, and you added to it, so 50 experience points because
Ooh, hot damn.
you found a very important piece of information.
You found the MacGuffin.
Okay, so while he's doing that, I'm gonna kind of make it so that it doesn't look like anything's been moved from here, and then I'm gonna kind of like look like I'm perusing like over here somewhere, and just gently kind of take a look at the book.
Okay, so you're taking a quick look through the book. We're going to continue doing our distraction rolls. So let's see if
Let's see if I can keep it up, or if it's gonna turn into weird flirting. I rolled an at 13. I keep it up.
all right, you keep it up. Take 15 experience points.
That's what happens if I roll a 1. It turns into weird, awkward flirting. Look, he doesn't do flirting. It's
All
not
right.
a thing.
So he's continually doing the rolls. So you're looking through the old journal. Now it is in Japanese, and your Japanese is rusty, but let's see if you get anything out of it.
But she didn't watch all that anime in college for nothing.
Exactly.
Oh, God.
Subs for life.
Ah,
Not bad. Not bad.
not bad, not bad. That's not a bad roll. Not a bad roll. It's not a good roll, but it's not a bad roll. You got 13. What do you add to that?
I would think knowledge SCP.
Yeah, because you're looking for anything that might be anomalous in, like, the description. So, I think that was 4, so 4, 5, 6. Okay. Take 40 experience points because you find this piece of information. After
Okay.
reading, you notice that the journal is of an artist, a Japanese artist who lived in Nagasaki. His wife carved. He describes in the journal throughout his like artist history career notes and stuff. But some of the stuff that pops out to you is first the inkwell. The inkwell seemed to have been carved by his wife. The second piece of information that you got from your role is that his wife died 3 months before the last page. The last
Okay.
page itself, the writing's a little weird. As in, it looks like it's... how do I describe it? The writing is all over the page, while everything else has been neatly organized.
It looks like he's losing it.
No. Make one more roll. Go ahead and make one more roll. Just one more roll.
Okay.
Roll a d20. Let's see if...
Do you need me to make another roll to keep distracting for?
No. This is just to notice the weird phenomenon. It
Okey-doke.
looks like the words have walked.
Cognito hazard. Ah.
Oh,
Sorry.
jeez.
It looks like they've walked on the page. Like you actually notice little footprints from
Huh.
the Japanese characters.
Crappy.
Can I trace it to any particular set of characters?
No, it seems just to be this page. It's like the entirety of the page, all the words
Okay.
animated at some point.
Okay, so all of the letters then, not
Yes.
just any particular one. Okay. What are their names? The husband and wife.
The wife's, you didn't catch anything about the husband's name, the guy who's the journal. But you
Okay.
did catch the wife's name. Shitsu. Not the actual name, hang on. I have it in my notes.
Great.
Here we go. The woman's name is I'm going to butcher this. Kikyo. I'll put it in the
Yeah, Kikyo.
Kikyo.
Yeah.
The wife's name was Kikyo.
I'm having Inuyasha flashbacks.
Yeah, I know, right? I've seen the first season of Inuyasha like 35.
Oh, I've watched the whole thing. All.
I've never seen any other episodes but the first season.
There's nothing but the first season.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, it all just kind of rinses and repeats.
All right. So, you discover Kikyo was the wife's name. And judging by what you... So, in order to learn more at this point, he's going to have to continue distracting. And you will have to roll to see if you pick it up anything. So, first, Chris, make your distraction roll. You have to continue distracting.
I'm also distracted. My boy wants me to play Destiny, but I'm busy. Oh, here it becomes awkward flirting.
Okay, it becomes
That
awkward
happens.
flirting, and
She
she
runs out
suddenly...
of common ground with this obvious bookish librarian that is very not what he is.
So come back over here. She's kind of like talking, and then you see her kind of like lean a little bit and notice that there's a book in her hands, and she goes, "Hey,
Pump up the flirt.
okay." She's moving to go talk to Sarah.
Well, I want to do that thing they do in the movies where they just like take a step to the side and engage them with very almost hyperactive conversation. It's more than she's heard him speak this whole time.
And
Okay.
as soon as he breaks her line of sight, I kind of like slip the book back in and then grab another book over here.
Okay, let's see here. I'm not going to have you guys roll for that. That just happened. So she kind of goes. You step in her way. She's trying to get by you, but
She's probably going to be upset with me for flirting with because he's.
So my question to you is this, and this actually comes out because I didn't think of it at the time, but you have weapons. Are they currently on you? Or did you leave your shotgun in the car?
Concealed. He does legally have a concealed carry permit. His shotgun would be in the trunk of his 1959 Ford Galaxy that's in the parking lot.
Oddly specific car. I'll take it.
I know. It's part of the thing. It was the very first police cruiser the U.S. ever employed.
Mm-hmm. I think
It's what Humphrey Bogart drove.
really.
Ooh,
You
flavor.
know what? Hold on. We learn things every single day. Who said you couldn't
Yeah,
learn
his
things by
shoddy
role
stays in the trunk unless he knows he's going into trouble. He was visiting a museum. So he has his handgun on him, but he has a concealed carry permit. It's all very legal.
play?
And
Okay.
I have no weapon because he has his concealed weapon, so
Yeah.
I'm chill.
So you've learned a little bit more. You've learned a little bit more. And she goes, we're actually going to be closing soon. Could you? We need to. She kind of like is motioning towards the back, and she goes, we kind of need to start closing up the museum. It's like, by the way, you guys have been in here for like a good solid 2 more hours, so like
Yeah,
it is
like
closing
6
time.
hours we spent at this museum.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you
Yeah,
guys,
I look
Yeah.
over at Miss Burns and I give her that knowing look. TM.
knowing look
Basically
trademark.
confirm you good.
It's like the
Bucky's,
one that like
bully. What was it? Bucky's bullying Bucky's Bucker trademark or something.
What?
Okay, obviously not a South Park fan.
I don't watch TV.
Okay, that's fine.
Also, all of my pop culture knowledge ends at like 19.
I missed that second part of the 19.
1997.
Okay, 1997. Okay, so
Anything before that, like back to like 800 AD, I'm good.
she opens up the door. She kind of like sees you guys out, and she's like making sure you guys didn't take any books. She's really watching Sarah. She closes the door, puts the key on her waist, and she comes back upstairs, and you guys leave the building. So
okay.
at this point, we are currently in transition. What do you guys do? You guys have come through the museum. You've done some stuff. What are your current thoughts? What do you guys do at this point?
Maxwell asked Miss Burns if she's hungry.
You read my mind. That is exactly the thing that I was going to suggest.
So you guys head to... Okay, so this is debate. This is the debate. Burger King or Mickey D's?
Burger King, not even a question.
Sarah?
Burger King.
Burger King. Okay,
I'm
both
gonna
of
get
you
me that
go...
classic chicken sandwich.
Okay, both of you go to Burger King, order up some food.
Got a coupon.
You guys sit down. You also notice what appears to be a very tall, lanky man with a very big dog and a girl with very dyed hair, just kind of
Is it-
sitting off to
Is
the
it
side.
us, Cat? Did we see us?
No. The guy has a
no,
very...
Real
I know
life.
exactly
I think it's me, Cat, and Diamond Dog the pit bull. That's also laying on the couch. I think you just described us.
I've never seen you
Tall,
guys, so
lanky
that's
guy,
weird.
Girl with really dyed hair.
No. The dog seems to be a Tibetan
Mastiff.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Yeah, that was close.
But that's just... I'm just giving some flavor, and that's actually a character from a book series I like. So.
I just found it funny because Kat and I looked at eeach other as you described that, and we're just like,
So what do you guys do? You guys now have some information. Do you want to like run off of it? At this point, we are now waiting. Role play. Do what you guys are currently in the diner. No one else is talking to you.
No, we hit the Burger King drive-thru. I don't care if you eat in my car as long as you don't make a mess. It's
Okay.
basically the rule. And he's cruising in his 1959 Ford Galaxy. It's a really nice car, and he drives it whenever he can.
Okay, so you guys are driving around classified city.
Yeah, we're talking where no one else
Eating.
can hear us.
Yeah, good thinking. So you guys are currently cruising around. Do you guys find a parking lot, or do you just eat and talk?
No, he's gonna eat while he drives and keep moving.
Good thinking.
That sounds about right.
Sitting in a car, stationary, talking, distracted is how you get shot through
Mhm.
your window.
McManus.
I told you he was paranoid.
McManus sees me lean into the back and go into my bag so that I can take the coffee that I ordered and put it in Gerald, my coffee mug.
Okay. You put in Gerald the coffee mug. You
That's
drink it,
Huh?
and
I said that's signature gear. It's part of the character. Gerald the coffee mug. It's a core
Yes.
part of Sarah's character. It's like my character's handgun.
Yeah.
Silver bullet.
Exactly,
Well,
because it'll double my D3 for my addiction to caffeine. So,
Yeah, I've got a flask. She's got a thermos. It's all gravy.
Yep. Well, that's what named items are in Hero Builder. They're fun. They're named. Well, they're named items. They're fun. They're a part of who you are as a character.
I'm sure she'll get to meet Lucille eventually.
Mm-hmm.
oh, most definitely. I'm looking forward to it.
So, discuss. At this point, I'm now going to just kind of like sit back and watch you guys discuss and see what your plan of attack is and what you're going to do.
So, Miss Burns, we've got tracks and ink, around an ancient inkwell exhibit.
Speaking of tracks and ink, the last page in this artist's journal,
Oh.
Shows the walking conj. Yeah, I think your mic cut out there.
Yeah, you might cut out.
gosh darn it. Can you hear me?
Bad
Yeah.
Mike. He's bad Mike.
Oh, gosh.
My foot's
gonna have
being
to
attacked by a cat while I do this, by the way.
The scary part is that my fiance has, like, all of this great gear, and none of it wants to work for me. Only works for him. I don't understand it.
It's because of how sexy he is.
You sound just like
He is very sexy.
you sound just like our Jane. I have all this wonderful tech gear that I'm currently using, and she can't use any of it because it never works for her.
That's so real, though.
Weird. And
So anyway, she
anyway,
shows me the walking kanji characters in the journal. She explains the walking kanji characters in the journal, right? Because you put the journal back.
Actually, if I
Perfect
can I make
memory.
I was about well, not a perfect memory, but can I make an experience roll to draw as much of the kanji that I saw on the pages?
yes. Let's go over and
Okay.
do that.
That's what's up. Yo, this is why eidetic memory in GURPS is totally worth it if you can afford it. It's 10 points, but your DM has to okay it. But God, being able to remember anything you've seen is amazing.
Well, technically speaking, eidetic memory would just be a skill in Hero Builder. You could just do it. It's just a matter of
Yeah.
how well it was doing it. So,
Mm-hmm.
so,
You'll get there, Sarah.
so Sarah,
Yeah.
you rolled a 13, and you're adding your experience onto that, right?
Yes.
So, the total of that would be
What did we say that was gonna add to it? Wasn't it like +5?
it's in your book.
+6. So 19 total.
So 19 in total. Okay. 50 experience points. You remember that book from cover to cover.
Hot darn.
And you sketch out all the pages of the journal.
You dig deep into your memory of watching Naruto. You're like, wait, I know this con.
It's like all of a sudden I'm back in high school, you know, just chewing on Pocky.
Yeah. What the hell is a Pocky?
You
I just give him
That's
I just give him a chocolate covered biscuit stick.
Weird. Good, but weird.
so she recounts the entire kanji book, and you describe. So now you have it in front of you, as best as you can. There might be a few mistakes, but you remember a good portion of it. So.
But yeah, I mean, it's not like I'm gonna correct her. I don't know if he knows Arabic, but that's because of Desert Storm.
Well, my question to you is this: do you want to make a roll to see if you know kanji? This is here, Bill.
Not
After
really.
all, this
Just because flavor-wise for the character, I absolutely know that Maxwell McManus does not know kanji. I promise.
Okay.
Nor would he probably bother to learn.
Okay.
He can
Good
read
point.
Arabic and speak it, but that's about it. And his speaking of it is really butchering the tongue.
Okay.
Like he learned that 30 years ago.
Okay. So you bring up the book and you remember as best as you can the kanji. What are you trying to pull from the book? You recreate the book. You're looking at the book as best as you can.
Oh, he would pull over for that though, so that she could write it, you know, neatly and think without the car constantly moving.
You pull into a Walmart parking lot. You
Park at the
see
very end.
you
with my
see
back to the
Humanity's
hill.
Best. You see Humanity's Best coming out of the Walmart. It's now night.
Right.
I should say this. It's now dusk. It's night's coming on. She finishes the book, and you guys are sitting in the Walmart in the dark. Well, with street lights and everything.
Preferably outside of the lights, if we could find a shady corner.
Yeah, there's a shady corner. Every Walmart has a shady corner.
Yeah, I assumed, but you know.
You also see a rather like a bald-headed guy with a goatee and a really like tweaked out looking kind of a younger guy in a car.
Neat. Look, more guys we don't ever have to interact with.
I'm just giving flavor to the world, man. I'm just kind of
I know. That's what I'm saying. Maxwell doesn't generally like people, and that's because people are, he's seen the worst of people over the years.
You catch the guy's eyes, and he looks at you, and you can hear him mouth, "You're goddamn right."
Try it.
He goes back to ignoring you. So you guys.
Sarah, you do notice that the entirety of the time we stay here parked, Maxwell has his right hand inside the coat. There's a story behind why, but he basically has always got a hand on his gun when he's not moving in his car.
We totally forgot to make your flaw rolls because I think you did roll under 2, but that was only for a few minutes. I totally forgot your paranoia.
Yeah,
sorry.
I've been doing the alcoholism thing, and the paranoia thing, I've basically been role-playing as his just active paranoia.
Yeah. I mean, that would take some time, too. There is mechanics tied to it.
To see if it's going to start distracting him, correct?
Yeah, if you want. Yeah, let's do that.
I rolled a nat 16.
Okay, so it's not distracting you.
He's got shit under control for now.
For now. So, go ahead and discuss. You now have the book. You guys are now talking, so go ahead. Roleplay.
So we've got the book. These Japanese characters. We've got tracks in ink.
The man's wife's name was Kikyo, and does it say anything about Kikyo being a singer in the book?
Yes, actually. She had a very beautiful singing voice, according to him.
Okay, so we can assume that Kikyo is part of this anomaly.
Do we have a last name or a surname for the artist of any kind?
There doesn't appear to be any. She could not. If there was, she did not remember it.
Maxwell asks this as he holds up his phone to his colleague and shows a Google search for Kikyo artist, and it's a bunch of fan art of Kikyo from Inuyasha. That's what I typed into my phone just now, and that's what it returns, so...
I look up, and I just kind of have a look on my face as like...
He asks you what the hell an Inuyasha is.
I'm just gonna walk over here.
Doesn't matter. Moving on.
Doesn't matter. Okay. All right. So. Oh, her mic's cut out again.
All right, can you hear me? There we
Yep.
go. Okay. So, do a search for Nagasaki artist. Did it give us an era?
Yeah, it's 1734, I believe. Nagasaki, 1734, right?
Yep.
Okay. I did it. I got into detective mode and remembered the detail. I don't have it written down anywhere, unfortunately. I should put. But yeah, Maxwell repeats the date.
You repeat the date, and hang on. I feel like a complete moron.
Oh.
Anyway, moving along. So you guys remember the date. You guys plug it into Google, and it's not going to actually come up for Google. I did not.
Yeah. I stopped googling things because this is beyond the fictional thing. I kind of just wanted to make a joke.
Okay, so you put into Google, and nothing comes up for any kind of artist back in the day.
Oh.
No,
Well, that's a little deflating.
except for the paintings you saw on the site of the museum.
Which painting would be the most recent? Does it give any kind of indication?
Hey, remember when Kyle said, "Oh man, long necked lady"?
Yeah.
That's the one.
Interesting. Are we able to trace back the source? Like on the website, does it say where they acquired it? Because oftentimes curators and museums will give credit to the source.
They do credit a source. They got it from a market in Nagasaki. So apparently it did come from someone's basement.
We're going to Japan. No, I'm just kidding.
Just derail everything. Don't worry, he puts up with this stuff from us all the time.
You plug in long, I bet you would do this, long necked lady, and you get that. Rokuo. Rokubi.
Rokurokubi.
We're butchering this.
Yeah, that's Maxwell sounding it out. Japanese is not his forte. Rokuyubu. Can't
Hang
see
on.
it anymore. Vanished. Rokurokubi.
They look almost completely like humans with one major difference. There are two types, one whose neck stretches and one whose neck comes off and flies around freely. The one of the painting is the one that stretches her neck.
Okay.
Weird. You ever notice how monsters from the east?
Can you hear me?
Hello?
Yeah, I can. I
cut
couldn't
out.
before, but now I can.
There we go.
Gotta love technical issues.
Maxwell points out that monsters from the east are really weird.
Monsters from
Like,
the east are what?
Most of his encounters are dealing with American monsters. You know, some vampires, werewolves, weird ghost things, haunted dolls. You know, the classics.
So my question to you is this. My question to you is both of you. You guys have now gone through. You understand that okay, the yokai is there's one of the pictures of the yokai seems to be a little weird. There's other yokai images on there. There's ones of
We learn what a yokai is. Maxwell does. Oh, it's a demon. Okay.
Yeah, basically, except it's a spirit.
It's all the same stuff to him, man.
Potato, potato.
Yeah. Weird ephemeral being. Might have to fight it.
Probably have to fight it.
Probably based on something worse.
Okay.
Anyway.
Well,
You. How do I. Hang on. I gotta quickly. Problems with. The other one that you see is of a casa obaki. I can never say these things. I'm sorry
Put
to
in the
any
text.
Japanese viewers. I'm putting it into the chat.
In all reality, I'm pretty good at this.
Casa Obake.
Yeah, legitimately.
I think we have our web here helping us, and that's fine. Hell, if I could remember, I'm sorry. I was.
Do you know how painful it is to intentionally mispronounce Japanese?
Don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. But it was all dubbed for me. I never really watched.
You're allowed to enjoy it however you like it, man.
Well, I'm dyslexic, so I can't really read that fast.
Well, there you go. Then that's fine for you.
Thank you. So,
I watch it subbed, but if the voiceover is good in English, I'll watch the dub with subtitles anyway.
yeah.
I used to-
But going back onto the SCP game, so the other painting has a bunch of Kasa Obake, basically umbrella creature looking things that consider their old umbrellas?
If I remember correctly, a lot of like physical objects can have like yokai possess it. Like you get like, teapots and all kinds of crazy.
Right. But this is an SCP game, so obviously there. Do you think there is an anomaly happening here?
A mythical ghost or yokai in Japanese folklore, sometimes but not always considered a sukumaga.
Scuba cat.
Yeah, this is me RPing Maxwell. He can't say sumogami. He's not used to Japanese. He's reading the Wikipedia article on them.
Okay. You're reading the Wikipedia article, and the one painting, the one ink drawing you saw had a crap ton of them on them. Like, I say crap ton, but it was like 10 of them. So my question to you is this: what are you guys going to do? You have a suspicion. You have your task. Do you want to call in the task force, or do you want to see if you can bring this back yourselves if it is an SCP?
We don't have any proof that it is in fact an SCP yet. We just have some weirdness going on. If we don't have proof, we call in the task force, and then they find nothing.
Everything is conjecture at this point. It's all very damning evidence, but it's still just conjecture. We need to
break into the museum.
Exactly.
All right. So you guys have decided to break into the museum at this point.
Yeah, it's getting late. We're fine. We're gonna take a power nap, and then we're going to break and enter to the museum at 1 o'clock in the morning.
All right.
We already scoped it out. We know where all the cameras are. Good.
All right. You guys come back to the museum.
I'm wearing my black trench coat now.
So let's go to the outside. You're currently outside the front doors. Or do you go to the back door? There is a back door that's over here that you could try getting into.
We weren't able to scope where that leads to the interior, right?
I mean, you guys can walk around the building and just see this. I mean, that would be public knowledge of. There's another door that goes into the building. You don't know where it goes, but you're pretty sure.
That's the point. I would wanted to have checked that out beforehand if I knew there was like a back door when we were there during the day.
Well, we could probably assume that you did that on your smoke break.
I mean, if that's all right with you.
You know what? I'll allow it. When you were taking your smoke break, you scoped it.
I don't take a smoke break when on the job for this company. A smoke break just excuses me to go outside and do whatever.
Right.
I'm always on the job.
With a lit cigarette in your mouth.
Yeah, hard-boiled detective. Yeah, that.
All right. So for lack of better words, you
So we start smoking indoors in 2020.
So which door do you try to get into?
Back door is always fun door, right?
Wink. Yeah.
All right. So thief skills. Who's trying to pick the lock?
Me.
You.
I've got thief skills.
Then make your roll. Make your roll.
He gives a weird look at the scientist.
It says, click. Rolled in that 16 plus 7.
30 experience points. You easily pick the lock.
Suddenly, this guy, you know, without the context, without her knowing that he was a cop back in the day, because he never expressly told her, she probably figured it out, or figures he was some sort of criminal. It's a little column A, little column B in reality, though.
You did come through here. There was no security camera watching that back door. I should have said that. You guys came through here.
Yeah.
This leads to the cage right here.
Oh, slick. And this leads to the front, the lobby, right?
Right. Which, when you open up this door, you remember that the security is right here.
Yeah, I wouldn't open that door. We don't need to be out in the lobby. And if I need to, there's other ways of going about getting access to that computer. I don't think I will truly need that, but we'll see.
So you guys are currently in the back rooms. There are lockers you can look into if you want.
Yeah, I was about to call Mr. McManus over to peruse.
I make sure once we're in that I didn't trip a silent alarm. Like I checked the door
Okay.
frame.
You come in, you take a look through the door frame. There is a silent alarm. You would easily spot that. The keypad is right over here, so you're going to have to make. So the keypad is like right here. I'll just put that right there. So you go over to the keypad and let's make a roll to see if you can deactivate that next.
Is that another thief roll?
Yep.
Great. Bleep bloop.
Ooh.
I am not good at technology.
You're pretty sure that silent alarm went off.
Can I attempt
Okay,
to
can
do
I
it
roll-
again?
I was about to say, can I roll a tech to see if I can disable it another way?
Yep. You know what? I'll do this. Hold on. I'm going to make a roll. It's how many attempts you have until... Okay, you have 6 attempts before this thing goes off. So that was the first attempt.
Sarah, do you think?
Yeah, I'm gonna do the techie thing.
Because you watch him
Ooh,
obviously
nope.
struggle with this.
Hang on. What's
Both of
the-
you start panicking. Both of you have 4 more attempts.
Hang on 1 second.
Oh,
Ooh.
shit.
So that was that was a 7 plus 4. I'm assuming that wasn't enough.
Nope.
Okay.
And then I rolled a 4 trying to fix it. We're
Yep.
both kind of panicking a bit because, wow, this one's quite tricky.
Yeah, this is actually
Alright.
kind of a tricky tech lock.
Why is this on this
Okay.
museum? Those books can't be that pricey.
I'm gonna channel my inner dead and
I think you have 2 more attempts. 1 more attempt.
God damn it! Okay,
God's
do you
Hear my
do you
plea.
want to take it?
Ooh. Actually, hold on. What did you add to the 9? Because I think the 9 was the...
9 plus 4 is 13.
Oh, I had
13?
7. So my 9 was a 14.
So your 9 was a 14.
My 9 is a 13.
So wait, who had the highest out of all those attempts? I'm looking back at the backlog. Because...
Yeah. Check that.
the alarm is canceled out by that 9 roll.
Ugh.
And... 20 experience points.
To who? Who did it?
Sarah. Sarah, who rolled the 9?
We both rolled a 9 at one point, I thought. Or is there only one
person. Only one person rolled the 9.
That would have been her then.
Okay, yeah, that was
Okay,
me then.
Sarah rolled the 9. So
Okay, so I just kind of like give him like a very like nervous look and kind of.
He gives you a very light pat on the shoulder, like a... You can see he's obviously sweating, because that would be bad.
okay, so you guys disabled the alarm, and now you're in the locker room with the cage going down.
I'm sorry, how much experience was
20
that? 'Cause-
experience.
20. Okay, so.
What is both of your experiences at, by the way?
195 plus 20 is 215, right?
I'm at
250.
165, but part of that is because she's done a lot of more of the social interaction work.
Mm-hmm. You know what? Hold on. You know what I just realized? Yeah, I just realized. Yeah. okay, if you guys are currently at that much, take an extra, because you were able to figure out a good portion of like the information. Both of you take an extra 50 experience points.
Hot darn.
I'm at 215 then.
And that puts me at 265.
All right. So what do you guys do now? You guys are currently in the back room. Is 1:15 in the morning.
Well, this is definitely where he's going to take lead, so.
Well, you wanted me to investigate the lockers, right? He was planning on going to get that journal that you had snagged a little bit earlier and actually just taking the damn thing. Since she searched us.
I think her
Mike on who, me?
No, not you. I think Sarah's mic is going out again.
Oh,
Can
no.
you hear me?
Yeah, there you
I can
are.
hear you now.
Okay. Discord's being so weird for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, Sarah, you said your character, I thought you said before, wanted him to search the lockers, because otherwise he's just going to go straight for that book. He's going to try to
Yeah.
find you, get that book.
Let's see if anyone leaves anything, more like evidence-wise as far as like what we're about to be dealing with. Like, did they collect any kind of, anything like keys, notes, whatever?
I guess I'm rolling to.
No, you don't. They're just lockers. You can easily just pick them. There's no need. They're easy enough for you.
Oh, okay.
You open up the lockers. There's normal locker stuff. Considering
Yeah, we're
there's
looking for abnormal locker stuff.
Particularly Karen's locker.
you find Karen's locker. Karen's locker is, well, how do I put? Mundane. It has a little mirror. It has some powder for her nose, like makeup and stuff. There's a very big can of hair spray. There's also what appears to be some torn pages at the bottom of the locker.
Ooh,
Normal
what's
stuff.
that?
It looks to be out of a diary, not the journal from downstairs. It just appears to be her diary. She's just torn out some pages.
Well, that's Snoop.
Yeah, does she say anything about like being nervous at work? Is
Oh
anything
yeah,
weird?
no, yeah.
Did they clean up a body recently?
You read through the pages. There doesn't seem to be anything out of the ordinary. Just the fact that the security guards keep going missing. She's really worried. The security cameras went out, and they sometimes flicker on, show weird umbrella things hopping around. She is definitely afraid of the historical wing. Maybe I should just tear out these pages. Ever since that we got that inkwell and those paintings, we've had trouble. I'm just going to tear these out. I don't know if I'll destroy them yet. And that's about like the last entry. So nothing out of the ordinary.
Okay,
Well,
so let's
Stealing
pocket
the
that.
inkwell's now on the table.
Yeah, let's pocket the pages too, in case we do need to call in the task force.
Yeah, he's gonna give those to you. You're organized.
Okay, I'm going to, slip-
Otherwise, it's getting stuffed into one of his coat pockets.
yeah, I'm going to very neatly,
Yeah, you've got like
Fold
probably
them up.
or something, a backpack or something. I would imagine.
yeah, a little satchel.
Yeah, he has a coat.
You also find the receptionist's locker room, Alice's locker.
Ooh, what's she got going on?
Nothing really, just some fun stuff.
Hmm?
Let's see. She has like she has 2 DVDs of The Simpsons in her locker. She apparently is a Simpsons fan. Like she also has like a spare Bart's shirt in case of emergencies that says "Eat my shorts."
Wow.
Yeah, she seems to be a Simpsons fan.
There's some Americana for you.
I just give a giggle. Okay, so moving on.
Okay, so you're still in this room. What are you going to do? There's going into the main room, but it will require you to turn off the security cameras to freely roam the building, or go down to the cage where there's probably security cameras. No, wait, there were no security cameras. That's right.
Yeah, there's no security cameras in the cage. They just limit the access to the cage itself.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, let's go nab the journal in case we need to reference it for anything.
Have I
the
seen
journal.
any means of accessing the security cameras yet?
Um, except for that computer that's out here, at the desk. But I will say this. It's it also occurred to me. One of the other things in the page in that little journal is that she's kept certain recordings on hand to kind of fill in the blank spots when people have disappeared or anything. She's kept some blank on file, so if somebody does disappear, she just kind of edits them out of everything.
Oh, well, that's directly damning and incriminating.
Her reasoning
Yeah?
her reasoning in the pages is that she doesn't want the people who like finance. What the?
What the heck is that?
Who's that? That's not me.
That was my speakers that just did that.
I had to make sure I wasn't wearing
Oh.
a collar. We're good.
Okay.
I thought my head was gonna explode, Cat. I thought they got me again.
No,
I have my headphones around my neck.
that was weird. No, that was my main. You guys are currently on my laptop. That's for streaming. I'm right next to my main desktop, which apparently a book fell on the keyboard and it was making noise.
Ah.
Either that or or it was an SCP. Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, she says that the reason she's been hiding all this from people is that the investors for the building would panic and basically condemn the building and it'd be a fiasco, and she was just trying to keep her job safe is for what I'm trying to say. She was just trying to keep her job safe.
Oh, okay.
Think
Wonderful. This is great news.
Think Stan's mom in South Park. She thinks her baby boy is killing people, but she's hiding it because she doesn't want to lose her job, and B, she loves the artwork and she doesn't want to
That's
lose
fine. This is good
Yeah.
though. This means we can just buy them, and it'll be fine. We may have to take care of Hannah, but like, we can now safely call in. We've confirmed from her notes that it's here. We're gonna get that journal, probably steal the inkwell, most likely, and then have the Foundation come in and take the whole museum. You know, buy it, issue some Class B amnesiacs, bada bing, bada boom, we're all clean and dandy.
You do remember one thing Mr. White said. Try to do this in the cheapest way possible. That doesn't sound cheap.
That's what I'm saying. No, it'll be cheap.
Well-
We've met the owner, and we're gonna go have a talk with the owner at some point, because now we know. #we know.
Well, do
So
you?
you're planning to strong arm her?
Yeah, but we
Do
need to
you?
finish stealing the inkwell and the journal, and then doing our research.
How
We have to know
big are
exactly
the
what
paintings?
it
Are they
is,
something?
how to beat it, and then we can basically make her do whatever because she's black. We can blackmail her with murder. But she's covering up the killings of a creature. This is on her.
She never directly says something gets killed. She just says people disappear, and she's been hiding the fact that people disappear.
Yeah, but
So
that's why we're gonna
essentially-
do the other steps so that we
Mc-
can prove shit.
McManus, essentially, she could just say that, they're unnerved by working late nights at the museum and they just up and quit and they leave.
That's why we wait till we do our due diligence, and then
So basically, we would need some sort of video evidence that something is happening to these people. They said
or
they
we go
said that
fight the damn thing and get killed by it potentially.
Well, I don't necessarily want to go fight it and get killed by the damn thing, but
He takes a drink.
Well, I guess I will say this. There's two ways you can do this. Either A, call in the task force now, have them take a look, although Mr. White will not be impressed with you. Or you guys can go take a look upstairs, or turn on the cameras and see if the cameras are working upstairs. Maybe you can see...
Those are those extra steps he mentioned before we go the task force. We do our due diligence, get all the pieces.
Okay.
But he's pretty sure, we've confirmed at this point that there's something weird happening.
Right.
Okay.
Like, for real.
This
so
is
we're
an SCP.
confirming Yeah, we're
This is an
confirming that it
SCP.
is SCP.
Now we gotta figure out how to secure, contain, protect, do whatever.
You
And
know.
then we call the bosses once we've done everything.
Right.
Just
That's
come
fair.
tidy it with a bow.
All right.
And then we get vacation days, and I'll get dental, and it'll be excellent.
Well, actually, the SCP Foundation has a really good dental plan.
Yeah.
Apparently, there is an SCP that provides like spare teeth, so everyone has nice, clean teeth, but nobody knows it.
Yeah, he doesn't want that, though. He's got a dentist he's pretty loyal to, and he wants the guy to put in the porcelain ones. Know what I'm saying? The really nice one.
Yeah. All right.
They erode slower.
So what do
than
you do?
normal-
So what do you do? You're currently in this room. You gotta go do your job. So what are you going to do?
Well, I'm interested to see if there's any more footprints on that book first. Because there's no cameras down there. There's just a lock between us and the book, right?
There's only one lock, the actual cage lock.
Yeah, and that's probably a skeleton key lock or some.
You
They always
noticed
do the
you
creepy
noticed
bit.
it would just take a lockpick set to get through that.
Hell, I could do this with my knife, he says as he does it with a lockpick set. Let's see if I not won.
All right.
You
Well,
guys go downstairs. I believe it was this one. Yeah,
I
that's.
not won!
Oh my god!
Did you really?
I break my lockpick!
You break your lockpick in the lock.
Well, you were
Hell
saying something
yeah.
about doing it with your knife, so.
I'm gonna dig it out with my knife!
Rolled a 2. You rolled a 2. Oh, God.
Modified, it's like a 6, but still. Maxwell seems to be struggling for the next
This
like,
door,
4 minutes.
this bitch is closed. You
What
fucked
the
up the cage
fuck?
door. You fucked up the cage door.
Oh, hey! He's able to smack the knife blade out with the butt of his pistol.
What did you roll? I wasn't over here
A
when you did.
20.
A 20?
Yeah,
Yeah.
natural.
It was
Really?
a 20. I did see it.
Okay.
Check the log, bro.
Okay. All right.
That was the dumbest thing
Let's-
ever. Hey, at least I
Okay,
got my
let's
knife
put it this way.
and
Let's put it
broken
this way.
lockpick back. I don't think it's open though.
Okay, so both you both stand here. Stand right here. I'm going to show what exactly happened with the door. Where are you? Okay. Instead of doing this, you do this. You fucked up the door. You can't use the door. It's hanging off its hinges.
It's open.
It's open.
Yeah. Well, it's open.
They're gonna know we stole from them. Let's make it worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they will now know you stole.
Okay, so I go straight to the journal.
You pick up the
but
journal. You open the journal. You open up the journal. Do you flip back to the back page?
Yeah.
Nothing out of the ordinary except the kanji jump out and they're dancing around you.
I'm sorry, what?
The kanji that was in the back, the ones that looked like they were moving, yeah, they're now dancing around her.
And
jumped
I'm
off the
visibly
page.
looking at this, holding my flashlight on her, watching little ink characters dance around her.
Yep. They don't seem to be
Maxwell
doing
takes a drink.
anything.
Here we go.
I might need to hit some of that.
Well, here's first contact with an active SCP confirmed.
Confirmed. There is an
This is
SCP.
where it gets awful.
At the very least, we are pocketing the book.
Yeah, you go ahead and hang on to
You
that one.
go.
I'll try-
Now, hold on. You go to close the book. The kanji jump up, and as you close the book, they get sucked back onto the page. They're no longer dancing around you. It's when you opened up the book, they jumped out, and when you closed the book, they got sucked back in.
God dang. Let's keep that closed for now, yeah?
So, both of you go back up to the reception.
And at this point, when we're in that... Wait. Before we come out here, when we hit
Yeah?
the back room,
Yeah.
McManus, because he's been doing this a couple of years now, pulls a pair of balaclavas out of his coat and hands one to Miss Byrne.
I
There
think I
are
know what to do
cameras
with
out
this.
You put it over your face so people can't identify you on the camera feed that we're about to go access on camera.
You see Brenna get like stupidly excited because this is like stuff that she sees on TV.
Well, and also you've heard of what the task forces do, the combat task forces when they go out against SCPs.
You know, they hide their identity.
They're trigger-happy spec-op mercenaries, basically, who deal with supernatural stuff all day.
You see her like clap her hands and like do a little like excited jiggle and puts the face mask on.
Okay, and you're probably better at computers than he is. Would you agree?
Yes. Do you have
All right.
gloves?
Considering
So we're gonna open the door and we're gonna go out there, and computers is all you. He's gonna keep lookout.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you have gloves though? Fingerprints.
Yeah. He like has this moment where he's just like, oh my god, she doesn't even have her own. He pulls out his gloves, which are black leather gloves, and then pulls out a set of nitrile exam gloves from a little package of them in his coat, for handling evidence.
Yeah.
And he gives you those.
Okay, that'll work.
So, once you guys gear up, which I don't know why you guys would not have geared up to begin with.
Well, I'm geared up.
Well, we were already in this area anyway. Although security thing, we got to remember to wipe that down before we leave.
Yeah, the security pad was kind of panic. It was kind of an afterthought after we had entered. He was like, "Oh shit! Wait, no, it's 2020. Everyone has an."
You haven't done this in a while. You're a little out of practice.
No, he does this a lot. It's just usually he's got an assault rifle in one hand.
Okay. So, you guys are back in the back room.
Real quick.
The what?
Out of character. Can I run to the restroom real quick?
Yeah, go right ahead. So, go ahead, and I'm going to ask Sarah. Sarah,
Yeah.
how are you enjoying Hero Builder so far?
Oh gosh. So far, I mean, it's great. I love the fact that.
Oh, your mic cut out. There you go. I hear you again. Nope, you're gone.
Testing.
There you are.
Okay, cool.
Okay, you were saying.
Okay, I don't know where it left off, so I'll just start over
Okay,
again.
literally, you were just about to start. You went, okay, and you got cut out.
Figures. It's just computers.
So, go ahead. And your mic cut out. Oh, wait. Is your mic cut out again? Say hello?
Hello.
There you are. Okay.
Testing. 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Is it actually gonna stay working now?
Yeah, it's working. So go ahead.
Okay.
So go ahead. What do you think of Hero Builder?
Okay. Thus far, like, as far as all the games that I've ever played, I've always been big into, like, the characters. So the fact that I can take this system and make just about any character and tailor everything to said character is great for me, like, personally. There really doesn't seem to be any sort of limitation other than, obviously keeping it fun for everybody.
Yeah, that's the idea. Is everybody has fun, everyone's on the same playing field. So I'm glad you were enjoying it. And out of curiosity, this is just me personally. How do you like me as a hero master? Am I doing a good job? Is there like anything I'm missing?
Nothing that I've noticed that you're missing. You've been doing great, actually.
Thank you. Just tell me if there's anything like I've been making sure that both of you are having a good, like, having the same amount of, like, for lack of better words,
Okay.
screen time and everything. So, man, your mic is going bad. Yeah, and now you're gone again. She's gone.
Okay.
There you are.
There we go. I'm definitely gonna invest in another, like, headset before next time.
Which we're actually
But
planning.
yeah, as far as, like,
Go ahead.
As far as you being running the game and everything, you've been great. You've been fantastic, and you're quick to have us. You adapt. Like that's always something that I've found really I've always admired in a good dungeon master, game master, however you want to refer
Hero
to
Master
it.
for this. Hero Master.
I've returned to you.
Hero master.
Excellent.
Okay. So a hero master, you're quick. You adapt on the fly pretty well. And, you keep it fun.
Excellent. Speaking of fun, you guys are about to go onto camera.
Yeah, but in balaclavas, it's chill. I put on a different coat and stuff. Tell me you're not wearing the same shit you were wearing earlier.
This Pikachu uniform.
I was about to say I thought I'd. What? Before we even made it through the door, like I asked if you had another trench coat. I guess you didn't hear me.
Oh, I didn't hear that. Now, if you would have asked, yes.
Okay.
You get the gray one though.
That's fine.
He gets the black one.
Okay, so both of you.
Tan one and one that is like almost yellowish hue, which is Humphrey Bogart
Oh,
style.
this one. This one's just beautiful. And it's just like this puke green one.
It's way too big.
It's way too big. It's puke green. This one.
It's
This
not
one's beautiful.
puke green. It's gray.
So both
Is
of
it
you.
like that, like
So both of you
the
come
one
out.
that's
Both
brown
of you.
green, or is it that like bright lime green? Because if it's lime green, I'd be all over that.
Does that seem like something this man would own?
I don't know. Is it?
Nay.
Secretly.
Like Captain America.
Don't hide your destiny. Okay. You guys come out and you come to the computer, which is right here. This puke green. He's just walking away.
I'm lookout. Do computer stuff.
Do
I
computer
can't
stuff.
breathe.
She can't breathe.
Adjust the mask. God damn, it's way too big.
Why'd you give her the puke green mask?
Well, I'm not gonna wear it.
All right. Make your roll. Sarah, make your roll. All jokes aside, go ahead and make your roll to. And I'm going to do how many attempts you have until the computer locks you out. You have 4 attempts.
Hang on. Oh, am I on now?
Yeah, you're on now.
Okay, there we go. Okay, back to the thing. I still can't tell if it's Discord or the mic itself, and that's what's really like screwing with me. Like
There's
if I could trace the
legitimately-
problem to
a 20% chance that they ID like a part of your clothing and see you from the cameras earlier in the day and are just like, oh hey, we know who they are.
Oh jeez.
So go ahead and make your roll. You have 4 attempts. Oh, and you get it.
13.
Maxwell has another drink while he's keeping lookout.
All right, Sarah, your character got 20 experience points.
Okay. Okay, so that was
You-
what, 13 plus 4, that's a 17. Is there anything like on the security cameras?
There's nothing on the security cameras. The ones that are upstairs in the historical wing, yeah, they're not working. Except for the few that were working. But
There's
not...
2. Then you get a good view of the inkwell, though.
Yeah. Oh.
So, do you guys make your way up to the historical wing?
Yes. It's nighttime.
Before,
What could
before
go
we
wrong?
go, wait.
Yep.
Do they have any kind of like files like documenting
Or lost footage.
Nope. There doesn't appear to be anything like that. You can make a roll if you want to like try to find those things like code wise, try to like backlog it. Like try to
yeah.
recover the
Check the
deleted-
recycle bin.
Ooh. So
That's what
Sarah,
Max says because he always forgets to do that crap.
So Sarah, you rolled a 19, and considering this
That's pretty
is
damn
kind of
good.
that's pretty damn good. Let's put it this way: you once saw one of your colleagues in the Foundation do a weird piece of trickery when they accidentally deleted their their personal material from the computer.
Wink.
Wink, nod is fucking porn.
Mine's analog. All paper.
We're just gonna say that it was probably Bright.
It was probably Dr. Bright. But you noticed that he was able to go back into the computer code and actually recover, doing a very piece of like, you can't actually do this with computers. I forget exactly what it's called.
Oh yeah,
But
yeah.
you were able to recover. You were able to recover that day's lost data, which was, hey, remember Kyle and the horse girl?
Yeah.
They're on camera.
Oh.
They're going around the corner, and you see that he's mouthing apparently long neck, right?
Mm-hmm.
He then jumps back, screams. The horse girl screams a little, like, and they run away. And you see a long neck come out of the painting, turn, sigh, and then go back.
We're stealing art now. Amazing.
This is officially turned into an art heist, and I love it.
Secure, contain, protect. We're taking the inkwell and the journal and the painting. I don't think there's anything else connected to that exhibit here.
Brenna
I
just
know,
looks
I
at
do-
you and
I-
does like a
I-
happy
I-
little jig.
I don't know, Brent. Do you think those katanas are part of it? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most likely. Like we're
just
gonna
steal
take basically everything, load it in my car, and immediately leave town.
All right, so I am
That seems
loading up.
fair.
So you guys make your way to the historical wing.
Yep. Here we are again. Maxwell, by the way, has this hand hovering. You know, just
Oh
kind of
no,
like.
no, guys.
One last thing. The paperwork that we filled out.
Oh, I put
they
Randy
kept,
Paul as my name.
Oh, okay.
I meant to say that. Randy Paul of 128 Folk Street. It's not a
feel
real
like I
address
know-
in Chicago.
I feel like I know that reference. If it is.
No one asked me to see an ID, so I just totally falsified the papers.
Good job.
Yeah.
You probably already have fake IDs provided by the Foundation anyway.
That was my kind of question.
Yeah, I don't want
So-
to burn those out, though, because if I ever want to do some shit that's illegal, I can always burn one of those on that.
Well, actually, at this point, each of you pick a color other than red wool block, other than a red wool block.
Okay.
Go into inventory, find a color of wool that you like, and put them over here.
What is wool? Here we go.
Yellow. Ah. Because I am very much a yellow person.
Put them where?
Over here, Burge. Turn around.
There.
Over there.
What the fuck?
You hit me.
I didn't mean to.
As
God dang
you
it.
you
What is with this game? It keeps putting it.
it's the
levitating.
carpet. It's the carpet. You have to destroy the carpet where you want to put it.
Okay. Thank you. Minecraft is pretty foreign to me. There we go. I did it.
Okay.
Personal space, man.
One person.
You guys are standing next to each other, and at this point, I'm going to describe the room. There are several. How do I put? There is about 10. Count them, 10 waist-high umbrella creatures that look to be comprised of ink. Hopping on one foot. They turn at you. They grin very toothy grins as you walk around the corner. And
What was that? They grin very toothy grins as what? Your mic cut out.
very toothy grins as you both walk around the corner. So this is Sarah's character. This is Chris's character. And combat begins. Roll
Quick
for
draw.
initiative. Roll for initiative. So let's run over. We're going to roll for 5 rounds of combat. So go ahead, look at your initiative and make your rolls. And I'm going to
I got a 19 total.
Okay, hang on. I need to grab a book so I can write this down.
Oh, it's time for me to do my job. Look at that.
I rolled a 1. Plus a 1 equals a 2.
Did my thing roll twice again? It does that sometimes.
Okay, so what was your first roll, Chris?
It was 19 total.
19. Sarah, what was yours?
2.
2. All right, Chris, roll again for the second round of combat.
23.
23.
Holy crap.
Sarah,
Yeah.
what's your second round of combat?
I took combat. I took what is it?
Chris, what's your third round of combat?
Cha. That's a 14.
14. Actually, we'll do 3 rounds of combat. Sarah, what's your third round of combat?
4.
4.
These red ass. You ready to wreck some stuff, Sarah? Probably not at all. Do you carry a weapon?
I have a pistol.
Oh, well, thank God you have a gun.
Okay, so combat. I need to quickly explain combat to you guys, I guess. So, combat works in rounds. I'm quickly running too. Combat works in rounds. On your turn, you have 2 actions you can do. Or you can hold your actions, which means you can do anything after your turn. So, combat, as I said, is done with 2 actions. Movement, you can either move, and standard movement is 1 action, and you can move 6 spaces. If you make a dexterity, plus your dexterity bonus if you pass a athletic skill check. A 5-foot step, which is just basically moving 5, just like from Sarah Square to
same
here.
as a D&D 5-foot step.
Yeah. A skill check is free for the first time you use it. If you want to do more than 1 skill check, it costs an action. Reloading costs an action. Arming takes an action. You can run an attack if you wish, which takes 1 action. So you can actually run up to him and attack, and you take a negative, but you can run up and attack, or you can attack, which takes 1 action. Now, powers. This is where it gets fun, and this is where you guys created your powers. This is where it becomes interesting. If its power point cost is 6 power points or less, it takes 1 action to use that power. Every other power takes 2 actions. Make sense?
Yep.
All right. Then, combat begins. Top of the round. First one who goes is Chris.
I quick draw my pistol with lightning speed.
All right. You quick draw. And
And
6
then
spaces,
how
by
many-
the way, is how many squares?
Yeah, how many spaces can I move in a turn?
You have 2 actions, so you could move 12 spaces. So 1 action
Okay,
is 6
so I can do
spaces.
6 per action.
Right.
Okay, that's what I needed to know.
All ranged weapons are 10 spaces, which you will have in line, but there's, this giant display case in the way.
Am I able to move through
Yes, you can move through Sarah. As long as she doesn't resist. Do you resist?
No, I let him
I
push
don't
me
think she
backwards.
would, as Max draws his pistol and immediately sidesteps to shoulder past her. So I guess that would just be a 5-foot step, because I would want to be in front of her since she's not armed yet and clearly is not a fighter.
You can't stop on the same space as her. So you're just walking past her.
So it'd be 5, 10 then, so that'd be 1 action, right?
Yep, that's 1 action to get to there. Or you can move right here, and I will count that as you can see that enemy
Oh yeah,
right
I've
there.
got line of sight from.
Yeah, you got line of sight.
All right, so yeah, and then I would like to take aim at the first monster because here we go. Time to kill monsters. What happened?
All right. So
from the time I fire the first shot, we've got about 5 minutes to get this done and leave with all the stuff we came here for.
So, make your roll.
Wait, let me put my blocks down for where I'm standing. Part of your floor is made out of wool now. Sorry about that.
It's fine. That is a miss. I'm pretty sure that's a miss. Well, so your attack...
I specialize in guns, so let's see.
That's true.
My attack bonus with my gun, with my 45 auto, is a +7.
Versus armor class?
Yeah.
So was that?
I rolled, what, a 6?
You rolled a 5.
A 5 + 7 is a 12.
12 versus armor class, that is a hit. Roll for damage.
Yeah, I was going to say, here we go.
So
So for damage, I'd be rolling that 2d4 + 7. Where them d4s at?
over here, down here.
It's d6 as d4. So that is
One,
a
two,
3. And do it again. And a 4. So 4, 5, 6, 7. I did 14 damage to it.
14 damage. All right. This is the
Kablooey.
difference. This is the difference in Hero Builder. You have... It actually does have 14 hit points, these guys. No, wait,
Sick.
hold on. Sorry, hold on. No, they go in 5s. No, it's still up! Fuck! Because it has 15. It has 1 hit point. So I'm just going to quickly make a mental note.
I didn't bring my shotgun, so...
Wait, you didn't bring in your shotgun?
Why would I bring my shotgun if we're being sneaky?
Good point.
Yeah.
Oh no, he forgot his shotgun. He's going to die.
I didn't forget it. I chose not to bring it. I didn't plan on needing to pop off a 12 gauge in a museum in the middle.
That's... I mean, I can't...
Honestly, given my job, that's probably my mistake. We'll blame it on the drink.
Yeah, you were drinking too much. So, you shoot it. It screams in pain from the bullet. It turns towards you. All of them turn towards you. They already grinned, but he's already turned towards... Now he looks fucking pissed. So now... So that was your first action. So you took a 5-foot step. You attacked it with 1 action. Because you didn't use your power, right?
No, I didn't use a power.
So you can attack it
Can
again.
I do it again?
Yeah.
Follow-up shot. Patow!
Okay, let's make your roll.
Nat 20.
Ooh, natural 20. Okay,
wrecked.
so its fate is now in your hands. What do you do?
What?
You have the option to let it live. It just goes down permanently. Or you have the option to kill it.
I destroyed it utterly.
Okay, describe how
That's
you destroy
true.
it with your gun. Describe
We're
how you
outnumbered
kill it.
5 to 1.
Hmm?
We're outnumbered by them 5 to 1.
Good point.
You
So-
kill it.
So you kill it. Describe how you kill it. Its
Well,
fate was in your hands. You have to describe how you
It's
kill it.
just like a blob of ink, isn't it?
It looks like it looks like the sketch that of the actual drawings that were over there.
Oh, it's a long neck monster thing.
Not the long neck monster thing. The umbrella things. The umbrella monsters.
Oh, that's
The
right, they're umbrella.
yokai.
Well, I guess with the double tap, it just explodes into a bunch of
You shoot it. It explodes. Ink gets splattered all over the place.
duck behind the display.
So,
And I've currently positioned myself in between their like nearest vector of attack if they come straight at us from around the corner. I'm in between them and Miss Bjørr.
all right. So go ahead and put your character. Put your make sure you mark where you were because you had
Doop. I'm gonna
Alright,
do this
next
though, so
up
you can
are-
see over.
the yokai. The yokai are next. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oof.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Gonna have to fight demon things. I'll be shooting and stabbing all night long.
1,
Should've brought the
2,
shotgun, god dang it.
3. Let's go and move there. These guys go to block off this area. This one, 1, 2,
Yeah, I did.
3. He moves there. They kind of are just doing their own thing over here. These two seem to go up to this painting in particular. This one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
Excuse
9,
me. I
10.
pulled the mic away, but I doubt it helped.
That's fine. So this one was unable to get close to you. This one attacks this one right here. Attacks Sarah.
Really? Not me? The one that made the bang bang and is still
It can't-
smoking?
Well, actually, you know
And you
what?
have
That's a
the
good
book.
point. You know what? Yeah, it does. It does attack. It does attack Chris because Chris is right. It does attack him. So
I mean, once you
What's
start
your armor?
shooting, I'm sure they're gonna go after you too. It's just...
what's your armor, Chris?
I think it's a 12.
Ooh.
Pretty sure it's just a 12. He's just
Ooh.
wearing like a coat.
Take
I didn't have any equipment points left over.
take 6 damage. It rolled a natural 20.
What did it do though?
It jumps up and it claws the shit out of you with its foot and mashes on you with its teeth, ripping at your arm.
That's pretty bad right away.
Yeah, it hit you pretty hard.
Am I able to activate hard boiled?
Trigger power, yeah. You
So
got
I'll
hit.
spend 5 of my PP.
Hit.
You're welcome. And do you want to roll 2d4?
I can roll it for you if you want.
If you want, if you're, because you're over there. Yeah.
So
Tell me what-
4, 5, 6, 6.
Cool. So he tanks it.
All right, describe how you tank it.
Well, how did you say it was attacking me?
It clawed at you with its feet and mashed on you with its teeth.
So this thing's just all up on me. I basically bring my arm up to interpose it between us, deliver a knee to the middle of it, and shove it off me. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. All right. Next up is Sarah.
Okay, I think it's safe to assume that these are the footprints that we've been seeing, right?
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna draw my gun. And I'm
Pop it! Pop it in the dome!
yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and shoot it too.
This thing just tried to maul me.
Yeah, I know. Like, I have something else I want to do too, but I'm gonna
Before you
shoot
do
it.
so, before you make your attack, use your skill experience. Let's see if you figure out something. Because remember,
Okay.
there's always other ways around things. So why not use your experience skill?
Okay. Good call. Good call. Okay. The experience is a plus
Yes, that's
6.
why you're here.
So plus 6, 21.
Oh, snap.
21?
Yeah.
All right.
Before you start your flavor text, the other idea I had was to pull out the book, but I'm not sure if that'll do anything. But go ahead.
You remember from your experience of the book, you remember that there was something about his wife being a singer and her favorite song. So
Oh, snap.
and thinking back in your past and watching anime and movies and just basic knowledge of like
Being a weeb.
being a
Weeb
weeb.
saves the day.
Maybe a song, a particular song, will quell the situation.
Okay.
Maxwell can't sing.
You know what? Since we were doing the Naruto thing, I I cannot remember the words just yet. Give me 2 seconds, because I'm gonna do this.
Activate her weeb powers. Give her a moment.
I am gonna activate
You
the
can
weeb
just-
powers
you
of the
can-
weeb.
Using her PP.
You can make the skill check sing. You don't have it, but you can.
You know what? Hang
Charisma
on.
based, I would assume.
The what?
Is it charisma based?
Yes.
Roll a charisma check. I don't know what your charisma is. Mine's garbage.
I'm going to butcher the hell out of this, but I'm at least gonna sing like the song.
Google
Uh,
the lyrics.
I expect you to
Oh,
sing
I
the
have it.
song.
I have it, and I'm gonna.
Okay, but make your roll first to see how well you sing it. You can
If
sing
you
it
roll
however.
well, Sarah, you gotta really, really go ham.
Oh, I always go ham. It's just whether or not they actually
Wait.
take to it. Ah ha 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 ha. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Oh, not
All
bad.
right. Okay, go
Okay.
ahead and start singing. If you
All
want.
right. Let me sit on my stage real quick. Ah. All right. Natsuhiboshi.
Oh, mic cut out. There we go.
Maxwell
Yeah.
cocks on my brow.
Yube kanashi me wo mita naita hanashita akai me yo.
Gonna sing this power of anime.
I have the power of God and anime on my side.
God's gonna sit this one out.
Yes.
Well, he's currently taking visitors in one of the foundation, so.
So anyway, she
Anyway,
starts singing in Japanese. Maxwell is caught thoroughly off guard by this.
but you have one more action. You have one more action, Sarah.
Okay.
Oh.
I keep the pistol to my side, but I'm gonna pull out the book, and I'm gonna call out to Kikyo.
Okay, you call out to Kikyo.
I don't know if she's gonna understand English, but I'm gonna use. I don't know the Japanese translation, so I'm just gonna
scream, Dr.
try.
Bio.
Ouch! Oh god. Okay, no, You'll have to assume that I'm translating this into Japanese, but
Yeah, we will pretend that you're actually speaking Japanese, just like how I
Try.
pretend I'm awake every single moment of the day.
That's the spirit.
all right. Kikyo, where are you?
You call out to Kikyo. You know what? Make your make a skill roll on this. We're just going to call it yelling. Uses charisma. Okay, that tells me everything I need to know. So, bottom of the round.
That's an 11 too, by the way, with my charisma.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, Chris, you go first.
Oh,
Because we're at the bottom of the round. And now we're on round 2.
where are they chilling out? Are they reacting when she starts singing yet?
It's not their turn yet. You have to make a call. She's singing, but you won't know if it's having any effect until it's their turn.
Can I instead delay my turn? Am I able
Yep.
to do that?
Yeah, you
I
can
want
hold
to
your
wait,
action.
but if one of those moves for either of us, it's getting popped.
Sarah, it's your turn. Do you hold your action?
Is essentially, yeah. I kind of look and see if I can see through the glass to see if long neck lady is making her appearance, or if anything is happening with the well.
Right here.
I don't know if I can see past him. That's the thing. I mean, I
You
doubt
totes
it.
can. He's built like me, Sarah. He's tall and lanky.
Oh, yeah, that's a long neck.
You see... Hang on.
That's a long ass neck.
We need
Look
some
at that
stars up in here.
Oh my god, that's totally a neck.
You see a very long neck with a very feminine Japanese head come on over and look at you guys, and that's basically what it does for its turn. It just looks at you. As for these guys...
Uh-oh. Gonna get mauled. Should've brought the shotgun. He's never gonna go anywhere without the shotgun. For just ever again. Oh, we're going into an airport? Fuck it, I'll bring the shotgun. I'll figure out some way around. What? What?
God.
You see? Do you understand?
Hang on. How many are attacking you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
I may
6.
fucking die. Let me check my character sheet real quick. I just triggered a trapdoor or something.
What's your armor?
12?
Hit.
You ready to see me go ham? I don't have Lucille. I didn't bring Lucille! This is probably gonna be out, so I'm probably gonna have to try oiled again.
Okay, you got
I'm
hit.
an egg.
Okay, so 5 of them hit, 1 missed. You got hit for 13.
I trigger hard boiled.
You trigger hard boiled. Do you have the amount of power points to do that?
Yeah, I do.
So okay, so you got hit for what was it? 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
I'm down to 8, which means I can do it again.
I can do it again.
Freaking
You
need-
heal yourself for. Hang on.
I want to do it.
Okay, go ahead. Make your rolls for healing.
Okay. And this is not necessarily after the first one hits, but 5 hits, so
Well-
I want to do it to avoid death at some point.
So, 2. Press it again. So 4.
4. Okay, well, I guess we'll see what the result attack rolls are, and the one that knocked me to negative procs 4 healing.
Well, you got hit for 13. Subtract 4, so 9. You got hit for 9 damage from all of them.
I'm at 3 hit points. I messed up. Time to go on a shooting spree.
Okay, so that was their turn, and we're at the bottom of the round. Do you guys take your turn?
Yeah, well, mine was supposed to initiate as soon as they started making hostile action, so I get mauled, just mean mugged by 5 of these things, and I just start blasting.
So anyway, I started blasting.
Yeah, basically. Pop, 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 pop. I'm
Okay.
going to attack, and then use my action points.
To what?
Attack.
Attack. Okay, let's go make your attack
Many
rolls.
times as I can.
So let's go make your attack rolls.
Here we go. I'm gonna die again. Nat 17.
That's a hit.
Nat 16.
That's a hit.
Nat 13.
That is a hit.
And a natural 12.
Okay. So roll your damage for the. Just roll your damage for all 3. This will just be affected. This will just affect all 3 of them. So 4 plus 7.
Plus 7. 11 damage.
Okay. 11 damage to all of them. There are
Dang.
3 of them are still up.
Well, that's it. I'm out of things I can do and action. I believe. Did that cost 1 or 2? That
That was all 3 of your actions. Attacking
Yeah.
those 3 was 3 of your actions. They're down. They'll probably go down in one more hit, but that depends.
Yeah, but I'm just gonna die before that, which is it's alright. We
Sarah,
had a good run.
what do you do?
Well, the singing didn't stop the umbrella things, so I'm going to shoot the umbrella things, and I'm going to use my incendiary rounds. You said one of these went down, right?
Yeah, it was over here. This one already went down.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
no, no,
then
no.
I dispatched 2 more on my turn. So there's still 3 up.
No. You hit 3 of them. They are currently hit for 11. They have 15 hit points each.
Oh, okay.
And how many can I hit? 4, I think.
You can. What's your power say?
Um.
My average damage is better with the hand.
Go. There it is. Incendiary is 8 power points versus armor, weapon damage, burn 4 for 1 round. Doesn't say that I can't designate all the enemies in that round that I can hit.
You can only target 1 enemy per round, so.
One enemy per what? You cut out a little bit.
Per attack?
Per attack, unless you.
Yeah, I did 3 attacks because I also burnt an action point to get an additional attack.
Yeah.
So I attacked, and then I attacked, and then I burnt an action point and attacked.
And your incendiary round is less or above. Is it how many power points did it cost again?
8.
8. Yeah, it would take both your action points to use.
Okay, so I would really only be able to shoot 1
with your incendiary. Yeah.
Yeah, you'd be able to absolutely torch.
Okay, well, I'm gonna save that then, and I'm just gonna hit as many as I can with normal rounds.
Okay. Do you hit the same ones that he was shooting at? But bearing in mind he's right in front of you here, so you're probably gonna have to say duck so he can actually hit this one.
Yeah, you can legitimately put your hand on your firing wildly into the mass of monsters.
Yeah, I'll probably do that.
It's a very oh crap kind of moment.
Yeah, because I gotta clear you at least a path.
It's really CQB and he's got it.
So, here's where.
2 in a second.
Okay, so
Knife comes out. Bang, stab, bang, stab.
so what is it to hit with the pistol again? +3. Okay. Da 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 da.
Roll high.
8 and 3 is 11.
That is a hit.
19 and 3 is a 22.
That is a hit.
Bang, bang.
And 12
That
and a
is a
3.
hit. That is a hit.
Did you burn an action point to also attack a 3rd time?
Are you attacking the same 3 that he hit?
Yes, because I want them down.
Okay.
Before they can maul him
What's your
further?
bonus to hit?
3 +3.
Plus 3.
Yeah.
3.
So I fired 1, 2, 3.
They have 15 hit points, which means they only have 4 left, which means. You know what? You add 3, and your dice is already like what 2?
But it's 2d.
Yeah, her min damage will
2d4
dispatch
+3.
all of them.
So you describe how you kill all of them.
It's kind of like a spray and pray.
She's
like,
firing wildly into the crowd, and you
duck.
just hand the pistol over him and start also wildly firing. He's clearly panicking now. This is a bad situation. He's pretty messed up. And we just start freaking unloading into him.
All right. You dispatch the inkling yokai, and good night. You dispatch them, and you get. Oh, what is it? And now it's top of the round. Chris goes first.
Guess what I'm gonna do?
What? Spray and pray?
No, I'm going to take place shots rapidly. Face, face, face.
Okay, make your attack rolls. Are you
First
using
attack-
another action point?
I'm going to make an extra attack. My first attack is at the one directly in front of me. Nat 14, so that should be a hit.
Yep, that is a hit.
And that's 3, 4, 5 plus 7. That's 12 damage on the first shot.
All right.
And I want to follow that up with another shot directly at its face.
Okay. So wait, how
That-
much damage was that?
The first one was 12.
Well, just make your attack roll for all three of them, and we'll make the damage 12 on all those three.
Okay. The last roll was a 14. So my middle roll was a 17, and that one was a 22. Or 21.
Okay. So with that in mind, you did hit all of them. They all got hit for 12.
Bang, bang, bang.
They're still up though.
Yeah, I know.
And
Oh,
next up
God.
are the yokai, which, speaking of which, you hear the long-necked lady right here. She goes, you see her mouth something. She mouths something to those three over there. They're hissing and spluttering. They just got shot. They did not like getting shot.
I don't think I can hear anything. I just fired 7.45 caliber rounds, and she's been firing a 9mm most likely right next to
Yeah.
over my shoulder.
Yeah, you
I
can.
hear. That's it.
She says something, and then, hang on.
Flashes and monsters everywhere.
2, 3,
I'm pretty sure I'm gonna go.
4. This long-necked lady suddenly gets right in front of you.
Oh God.
She's not looking at you. She's not looking at you. But she is now looking at this yokai here, and she is saying something to the yokai. Now, technically speaking, it is now the yokai's turn, and we're going to go see something. Sarah,
Yeah.
go make another roll. We're going to count this as a skill roll. Just a really quick skill roll.
Okay. What skill?
You're singing. You're singing.
Okay.
Pretty sure no am.
8.
Well- 8 plus your charisma.
So 10.
10.
I need to check the rule.
Okay.
They don't. have
Describe how you're singing along with. You also notice that she is actually singing along with you.
Okay.
Describe how your singing ends combat.
I don't stop singing even as I'm firing the gun, like freaking out, but just something like tells me not to stop singing. So, you know, it's shaky, it's nervous, but
You can't tell if your tones are right because you're also deaf now.
right. But I noticed that she is singing and Kai kind of still a little bit, and then just take like a half hop back. And in noticing that they take a half hop back, I put my hand on his shoulder and like tap him on the shoulder.
Well, his pistol clicks, so he's gonna fall back with you. The slide locks back. He's out of ammo, I'm pretty sure.
Oof.
All right.
What, 7 shots from a 45?
Yeah.
I didn't make it signature gear, so I'm assuming he's using a 1911.
Let's see. 1,
He's out.
2, 3, 4, 5.
I fired
6,
7 shots total.
No, I'm calculating. I'm calculating something. Well, technically speaking, it was only 1, 2, 3.
What do you think?
Okay, you're going to like this.
Okay.
Both of you get 525 experience points,
Woo, boy.
which means you guys.
525?
Yep. This was a pretty scary encounter for a commoner game. and because of the singing, both of you got out barely alive. Looks
So,
at Chris.
What goes down? What the heck happened? Because
So-
I ran out of ammo and everything kind of chilled immediately, and I just kind of fell back with her touch. It was what happened.
You walk backwards, and you notice that the long-necked lady is singing along with Sarah.
I very slowly and calmly read my pistol.
You reload your pistol, but they are all now singing. They don't seem hostile. In fact, the long-necked lady is singing along. You can now actually kind of hear that indeed the long-necked lady is singing.
Yeah.
When they
After
are done
10 seconds.
singing, when they are done singing the song, which by the way, you can interrupt me and restart combat if you want. I won't stop you.
No, I'm not doing. I'm letting her do her thing and seeing how it goes. I'm readied. If the thing tries to eat Sarah, I'm gonna blow its freaking brains out. That's why I
The-
reloaded calmly.
The strange umbrella thing stop attacking, obviously. They're watching and they start bebopping. They start like side to side on their little umbrella hairy ass legs. They kind of like bob up and down, and they start going. They're trying to sing along.
I would like to text base that we need a response team immediately.
You text.
Well, this is happening. Just texting on my phone, watching.
You text Mr. White. Mr. White texts back with a what do you text to him?
I'm saying, SCP located and temporarily contained.
Need backup?
Yes.
Mr. White responds
What
with
is it? What is it? Code 0, I think, is code for like don't need assault troopers, just a containment team.
all right. So you text that you just need a containment team. Now,
It's not-
do you want to time skip and just describe what happens now that you have it contained?
we can talk about the next like 25 minutes while we wait for the task.
Okay. You talk. Okay, so here's how it goes down. Here's how it goes down. So, while you're away for the task force, the very long-necked lady picture, which by the way, she is comprised of ink, just like the others. She
Mhm.
looks at Sarah and smiles, and she goes in Japanese, "You sing well."
I tell her, thank you very much. I hear that I learned from your husband that from your husband's journal that you like to sing.
She nods and she goes, "Not my husband, my creator."
The artist.
She nods.
so-
She nods her head. She goes, "Yes, my creator, the one who created us, did so by accident."
Can you elaborate?
She just smiles at you and she goes, "Ink can hold sadness as well as life."
So you were created after he lost his wife.
Yes, we all were. We were painted for grief.
Oh.
Maxwell thumbs on the safety of his pistol and holsters it.
She looks
Vibes
down.
You're chill.
She
We're
says
cool.
she looks at him and she nods and she goes, "I do not understand what he means, but he is no longer attacking."
Chill. Well, he's not. He's also bleeding like a lot.
Yeah,
He's 3 hit
he's
points.
got quite a lot of blood, and she goes, maybe you should help your friend."
No, I'm chill. Do what you're doing. Keep singing. I'm fine.
I like fish out like a little like mini first aid pack out of my little satchel to him.
We'll say that you have that. I mean, that would be a thing you would have.
He's chill. He'll take care of it once the task force gets here.
I mean,
We're
it's not like anything like fancy. It's like the kind that you get like out of the dollar store that has like
Yeah.
just the band-aids and the alcohol pads.
So
Fact.
you guys continue waiting for the task force, and she goes, "The others that saw us, some went into the third picture."
Into the third picture. What's the Hero Master? What's the third picture again?
The third picture, which hasn't been described just yet, but it was of a yokai. The third picture was of, I believe, I forget exactly what they're called. It looked like an oni,
Ooh.
but the oni was sitting outdoors at what appeared to be a tea set, along with what appeared to be another woman.
Oh. Is the woman in the painting, was she based off?
You cut out right there.
Was she based off what?
Was she based off of the artist's wife? I'm asking the
She-
long neck lady.
The long neck lady nods and she goes, "Yes. I would venture to say," and you can kind of see a light in her eyes, and she goes, "I would say it is a self-portrait of the wife and husband."
The husband was an oni?
She currently has a neck, but you see the neck kind of like sway into like a shrug, and she goes, "I have only ever seen the painting, but it was done before mine."
Oh, okay. How would one go into the painting?
She shrugs and she goes, "I do not know." At this point, I'll say that is kind of into the hands of the Foundation.
Yeah, I was
the
just
task
trying to
force
gather
shows up.
information. I'm not going
Like,
in
part-
there. I'm just
part
getting
of-
info.
So part of the fun and the other reason we are doing this is we're actually leaving it open for anybody who watches this, if they want to write the actual article of this SCP and like put it down and put it into the wiki, they are more than welcome to. Just reference back to us.
Yeah, at this point, I'm just interested in gathering information so that my personal report is complete.
She shrugs and she goes, "I do not know how to enter that painting."
You cut out there.
Yeah.
She says, "I do not know how to enter that painting."
Okay. Duly noted. Thank you so much. You've been a wonderful help.
She
Maxwell
nods.
gives you a look. Hey, he holds up his phone so that you can see that he has texted task force and the task force is inbound.
Okay. How do I go about saying this?
Yeah, yeah. Give her the offer. Come on.
We currently have our friends coming. We'd like to take you somewhere safe. We know that you've been seen. You've been people know of you. We don't want to take the risk that someone with ill intentions is going to harm you.
There you go.
She nods and she goes, "I think that might be best." She looks at the little umbrella people and they're kind of like swaying, and she goes, "While they have harmed some people, they do not mean harm. They were hurt by others."
I kind of like kneel down and I like offer to like scratch one of the umbrellas.
It
You want a
seems
dog?
it seems to flicker its umbrella as your hand gets near in fear, and then it lets you kind of pet it,
Okay.
and it seems to like the pet.
Okay. So I kind of smile and then I turn back to the lady. So I'm like, okay, so, is there anything that we should be aware of with the ink pot, or is it just?
She nods. She looks at the ink pot and she goes, "It was created by his wife, Kikyo."
But it hasn't harmed anyone. Yes, I understand it does have some strange powers, but
She shakes her head and she goes, "No, we were born from the ink that was put into that well."
okay. So I'm thinking all 3 paintings and the ink pot should come with us.
And the swords. And the wood blocks. The entire exhibit until we can be sure nothing else.
You know what? That's fair. The wood blocks probably have ink on it, so.
Everything's probably linked. It's one exhibit.
Actually, you know
If
what?
we aren't, we can throw 'em away later.
Take an extra 20 experience points, Chris, because yes, the wood blocks are created from that ink pot.
Yeah. I don't know much about much, but I know that this entire room is coming with us in a truck. I know how to do this job.
So, with that in mind,
I'm
the task
dying.
force eventually arrives. And reception. We are now back in the reception area. The task force has arrived. The fake
let 'em know
police
what's
are.
up.
You let them know what's up. They've already started carting off things, and you see Mr. White, the bald-headed African American, come in. He is walking, and he looks at both of you as the paintings are being brought out this door here. He looks at both of you and he goes, "Very well done. Very well done." Imagine me doing a really good.
Did you hear, Mr. White? Somebody robbed a museum.
He goes, "Yes."
What a world! What is this world coming to?
What is this world coming to? Very good job. You see him. You see his white gloved hand kind of pat his his side and nod. He goes, "I'm very proud of my 2 black cats." He says, "Was there anything else that you found?"
I take the journal out of my my satchel and I give it to him. It's like the last page has dancing kanji.
You give him the book. He looks at it. He nods and he goes, "Well, I'm sure the scientists will find this useful."
I also I wanted to make sure that we're aware that there are people inside of the painting with the Oni and the woman. We don't know what happened to them, but it's certainly something worth looking into.
He nods and he goes, "We shall find out. We shall study, contain." You light a cigarette inside the museum.
Yeah, I say, just let me know. Let us know when you need us. I need a drink.
He nods and he goes, "Well, very well. Both of you are free to go take well-needed rest, but be on the lookout. I have a rumor of some, what are they called? There's apparently someone in Arizona thinking that there's a coyote.
You mean a
Well, a
chupacabra?
talking coyote, I should say. I think it's,
Skinwalker.
well, I say it's cogwash, but we must investigate every rumor."
Skinwalkers, come on, let's go.
We'll get it done. Fist bump and play the ending theme.
Any theme, this is the any theme. It was good while it lasted, but now it's over. Woohoo!
Can we play this again? I like this world. I like this. I
So,
like this a lot.
yes, actually, that we are planning to do more SCP games. But because of the coronavirus, well, I should not have said that, but the virus and the pandemic, we're going to be continuing to do it on Minecraft.
We're maintaining social distancing.
Maintain.
TM.
Remember, you can be the hero. Just stay home.
Yeah, right?
Sadly, I'm an
What
essential
are you
worker.
gonna do?
So.
Same. You wouldn't think selling cell phones was essential, but to each their own, I guess.
Well, I do electrical work and for buildings and stuff, so I have to kind of like make sure the
Well.
buildings don't go boom.
I'm gonna go see the medic.
Okay. You go see the medic. So my question, before you guys go, you gotta give me your character sheet so I
is dying. All right, I'm gonna heal my character up and then give you my sheet.
I never took damage, I don't think so.
I did. I tanked literally all of the damage, as was my job.
I has a meat shield.
So I start
Yay.
blasting.
Start blasting. So go ahead and give me your character sheet.
There you go, buddy.
Yeet.
Yeet.
All right.
Yo.
All right. We can safely go through the portal now, because it will clear our inventory.
Do we press the button?
Yep.
Ah, there it goes. Thank you for coming. Wink.
Woo.
So
That was pretty neat. That's
So-
definitely a first for me, playing a tabletop RPG via Mind. This was really
okay.
strange and weird.
Ah!
Very fun.
Okay. Woohoo.
You okay,
Man.
Sarah?
Yeah, no, that it's a wild ride.
I
going
think
through
our
there.
characters make a good team.
Yes, agreed.
So anyway, I start blasting.
blasting.
He's
So-
bringing the shotgun everywhere. He's gonna get a tactical sling holster for it, carry it right under his arm, and just whip that thing up.
So you both had fun.
Yeah, that
Oh
was
yeah.
fun. You did a good job.
Excellent. Well, I'm
The
glad you
Minecraft
guys.
Maps were actually an interesting touch.
The what?
The Minecraft maps were an interesting touch.
Thank you very much. The rest of the world's survival. So if you want, you can actually just go off and play Minecraft. We have
I'm good.
we have a public room over there, so you guys can actually just do what you want. You just have to like build the maps. You can't save them. But thank you very much for joining. And my question to you is, I asked Sarah the question, but now I'm going to ask you the question, Chris. How did you like Hero Builder?
It's alright.
It's
It's
alright.
got a very GURPSy vibe in the way it's designed, which I'm a big fan of. I like the build in any direction you want and make whatever you want.
Mm-hmm.
I run my Pathfinder games pretty freeform, as Sarah can attest.
Oh
So
yeah.
I do a lot of that stuff.
We have
Most of it
stories.
does have rule systems. I just don't bother you guys with the rule systems. I just do it on my end, in my
Mhm.
brain mainly.
Well, the idea of Hero Builder is the rule system is for basically the hero. The Hero Master just puts obstacles in the way, and there's rules in the book. If you want to get the book, it will tell you how to make enemies and stuff easily, and we have it in such a way that if you don't have a lot of time for prep work, you can easily make it up on the fly.
Oh, that's a mouse behind me. That's pretty cool.
So quite literally,
I
I've
was laying back and my cat was behind my head. I didn't brush her.
yeah,
I have
Well-
a dog on me as well.
which is so I'm glad you guys. So I'm glad you guys had fun, and I'm going to turn off the live stream now, but I want to talk to you guys after the live stream. So thank you very much for watching, everybody. Hang on, I gotta flip the camera so it's looking at me, so I can say no. Stop that. There we go. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and we hope to see you next time for the next SCP Acquisition, which hopefully I can get Tim in for. Otherwise, it will be SCP that we create again. So thank you very much for watching. We love your faces. Stay bright, everybody. Bye-bye.
Woo!